All right. Hello again, adventurers, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Village of Hommlet Does Daggerheart, where Daggerheart does the village. Something involving the Village of Hommlet and Daggerheart, because I'm weird and I'm running an original D&D adventure using Daggerheart. And the people below me are all crazy enough to join me. So, yeah.
Did the village of Hommlet?
Yeah, well, no, not for you guys, but most people that play this adventure have this nifty little village they can go back to and rest safely and, like, stock up on things. You guys decided to play hard mode, um, and went, no, we're doing this. You guys are basically doing the hardcore run, where single failure just means everyone's dead. Announcements. I'm trying to think anything big has happened recently in the tabletop world. There's lots of stuff going on right now. Like there's Kickstarters for a bunch of different things that are tabletop related, and things like, Matt Colville's Draw Steel, I think is getting close to being done. And 13th Age second edition, I believe, has gone to the printers now, so that's going to be a thing soon. And the Welcome to Night Vale TTRPG comes out in September, I want to say. So that's pretty close and cool. Renegade Game Studios, the people that make the Essence 20 stuff, they're doing a Kickstarter for G.I. Joe Risk. So if you ever wanted to play a game that never ends, but also has Snake Eyes in it, now you can.
Risk and Monopoly, the two games that test friendships.
At least Monopoly ends eventually. It normally ends with a
No, it
table
fucking
flip,
doesn't.
but it does end.
And Uno.
Uno, yeah. Uno is just one of those things where you're just sitting there, and then you could see like your best friend in the whole world, and they have like two cards, and you have two cards. You're like, well, which one of us? And then they'll put down that damn draw 4, and you're like, I can't believe you. We've been playing for 7 hours. This game was supposed to end. So yeah, in slightly less tabletop news, apparently Nintendo is getting sued in Brazil, so that's cool. Brazil, apparently Brazil has consumer protection laws. And they've decided that the ability for Nintendo to brick your system remotely for the Switch 2 violates one of those laws. So, Brazil is suing Nintendo of Brazil. And that's going to work its way through the court system. So that's fascinating. And we'll see if that changes how Nintendo deals with the Switch 2. So I gotta admit, like, I'm normally, like, all the people that go in these huge tirades about how Nintendo is this evil, disgusting company, I took world business in college, and they just, Eastern-based economies just work differently than Western economies, where in the West, it's all about, am I making money? And specifically in China and Japan, it's all about, how does my company look? So anything that makes your it will literally bankrupt companies if they lose their reputation. Like, making money is a secondary factor. And so all the times that Nintendo has done things where people are like, well, it's losing them money because it's not losing them any money. It's making them money because it makes them look like a stronger company. If people are afraid to screw around with Nintendo, it makes them look incredibly strong. And Japan in general really likes Nintendo. Like, it's one of the biggest.
A little bit.
It's one of the biggest companies in the country, and yeah, they. So yeah, all the stuff that Nintendo does, I normally don't have as big a problem with, but this remote bricking thing, I'm like, this is a bad idea. It's not going to work for you well. Like, this is the Wii U all over again. So we will see. It's a bad idea. You should feel bad. And they also, some memo got linked. Apparently, they've sold like 5 million Switch 2s already. It's already the fastest selling console of all time. And nobody can keep them in stock. So, as much as everyone's saying that, I'm boycotting Nintendo, it worked just about as well as all the other boycotts that I've seen talked about, which is not at all.
I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. We're going to play a game. Y'all need to learn how to boycott.
Oh, most definitely.
Just a little bit.
One,
Like-
a boycott is not a day. It's not 24 hours. A boycott is not a week. A boycott can go on indefinitely if you're prepared to. Stop doing a one-day boycott, first of all.
I hate
That's
those so much. It infuriates me because a lot of people don't realize this. I've seen this like 7 or 8 times just since I've been an adult. They have done boycotts for specific like gas stations or something like that. You want to know what happens when you do that? They make more money. Because what happens is people go, oh, shoot, I'm not going to be able to buy gas on Wednesday, so I'll just get my gas on Tuesday. And they actually show an increase in sales.
Same thing for any kind of retail. Same thing.
Every single time. So all of these stupid one-day boycotts, they're done by, college students that never took economics. And they have no idea.
Well, no, I think it is performative, but at the same time, there are people who legitimately do want to do that, but they're going about it the wrong way.
There are a lot of people that think that they're actually doing something good when they do this. And it's just because they have no idea how economics works or how capitalism works.
And to
or
be frank,
anything.
a proper boycott does need to be somewhat organized a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's not just, hashtag boycott company I don't like. No, not how it works. Anyway, and the Super Mega Force, they wear pirate outfits and they never admit it. Toast is looking really weird. It is my favorite
I'm
rant
so confused.
in the
We
world.
didn't even bring that shit up. We didn't even bring it up this time.
Season of Power Rangers called Super Mega Force that the footage that they used from the Japanese show Super Sentai, that season the theme was pirate ships. The Red Ranger's name in the show was Captain Marvelous. He was the coolest dude ever. And so their suits had they were Power Rangers, but they had like pirate lapels and they had like a skull and crossbones on their things. When they adapted it to the American version, they never admitted that they were pirates. Their Zords were all pirate ships. And they never, they never say, hey, why are we suddenly pirates? Because before we had this cool like card motif, and then suddenly our upgraded powers, we have cutlasses and muskets. And why in the world do we look? No one ever mentioned that they were pirates. And it just annoys me. Anyway.
No one brought it up this time, Jody. No one brought it up this time. No one even said shit.
It's just like Worf in that one episode of Deep
Hey,
Space Nine.
Jody, you want to talk about? Hey, Jody,
Yes,
let's talk
those
about
are
how.
Klingons. We're Klingons. We don't talk about it.
Hey, Jody, 4th edition D&D. That was a failure, right?
We're not going there. All right, so.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, our friend Kerry Callaghan has a book, First Witch's Guide to Magic and Murder. He's a wonderful person. Pre-order her book. You have October 7th.
I think Barnes & Noble is running a pre-order sale right now, too. So look into that. It's good.
Check out mine.
And it's great. And Kerry is a wonderful author. I have one of her books.
We're ending on Kerry, not Power Rangers.
Yes.
Kerry, buy her book.
I have one of her books there. I have another book by my bed because I have to finish reading it. But
Maybe Kerry is a Power Ranger?
I tried to get her to play in my Power Ranger game.
I was Power Ranger.
Yeah, he was the Blue Ranger. He was the Blue Badger Ranger because badgers are cool.
They are cool.
You black frogged me.
Badgers are awesome.
Yeah.
And frogs are cool.
Frogs are cool.
Leclerc.
They're very interesting things. Anyway, so I think it means it's time to return.
We sped ran all of our rants.
Yeah. I think that means that it's time to return to the village of Hommlet. "10 years ago, the forces of good battled the forces of elemental evil at the Battle of Emberdy Meadows. The forces of good were so powerful they were able to chase the forces of elemental evil back into their stronghold, the Temple of Elemental Evil, and seal it so that they could never endanger the world again. Years have now passed, and the small village of Hommlet has started to see strange things happening. Before the Battle of Emberdy Meadows, it was an outpost for the Temple of Elemental Evil. It was controlled by the cultists. But the Army of Light was able to come down and chase them out. But now, 10 years later, people have started disappearing. Strange whispers of cult-like activity happening outside of the city have drawn a team of adventurers hoping for fame, fortune, and glory. However, what they found was a bar fight, banishment, and just bad things in general. After being kicked out of the village of Hommlet, asked to never return, they eventually found a strange ruined moat house, and knowing that the forces of elemental evil at one point had outposts out here, they decided to explore this ruined moat house to see if they could find treasure or other things that might help them in their adventuring journeys. As they were exploring, they found giant wolf spiders, lizards, and a team of bandits that they completely broke. As they were searching around more, they eventually found a secret door leading to stairs. And now the party must decide where to go next. So, to kind of get us all... Go ahead.
The team must rest because I got good and proper fucked up.
All right, so to kind of bring everyone back into what we were doing before, when we last met with all of you, I believe you guys fought a giant lizard and his rat friends who were very wolf-like. As you're exploring around, and also found some rooms with nothing in them. One that had a lot of bats. That was fun because one of you decided to try and strike the bats and ended up striking only your friends. So that was fun. Fire is the answer to everything. So yeah, currently you guys are in this kind of side room that's been kind of destroyed a little bit. You found in the belly of this giant lizard a shield that seemed rather useful.
Spike at the shield.
And yeah, there's 2 rooms in this area that you guys haven't looked through, and there's also a secret staircase going down. So, what would you all like to do?
Real quick, when
Sure.
we leveled up, is it like Final Fantasy where all your HPs return back to you, or
Technically you shouldn't level up just randomly in the middle, but I'm just wanted you guys to level up so you could deal with this stuff downstairs. So your hit points stay where they are. If you gained any more hit points, you don't lose more hit points. So if part of the level up process you got another hit point, you'll have more hit points available than you did before.
I don't think I did.
But no, you still have any wounds or anything that you had before are still there. Any spent, any spent stress is still there.
I got the armor slots, HP, and some stress.
So,
But if we want to check out this other room here, and
Yeah, before we rest, I mean, we can fortify some of these rooms to rest up in. We could check out this door, and Haas is just gonna see if he can open it.
Sorry, which one? Go ahead, click on it again for me.
This one.
That one. Okay, sorry. Where Where's my hide reveal? Reveal area. Boom. So, as you look into this room, the remains of moldering foodstuff and kitchen work tables are visible. You can see near the north wall, there seems to be a... I hit the wrong button. There seems to be a wooden cask that, for all intents and purposes, looks to be intact. And then the rest of it, again, it's a kitchen, and there was food stuff in there that has kind of molded and rotted. So it's not the best smelling place in the world.
Oz just kind of ignores the smell and goes in. He'll see what this cask is.
This must be where they make the penicillin.
Hold on one second, because I kind of forgot about this particular encounter. Did I say encounter? I meant... what's the button I want to use?
Do you not think it's questionable that there's so many busted up stuff here and that's thing is intact?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Oops, stop doing that.
Define fine.
Perfectly
Alright.
normal.
Well, right now, fine is you're two of you are in the room and I'm not in that same room.
All right, so now that I'm actually prepared, because actually I'm always prepared because I'm like a super good dungeon master, but now that I'm actually prepared, as you come over to the cask, hoping that maybe has wine or ale, something relatively valuable, especially for the size of the cask, as you come over, you hear this kind of strange skittling sound, and suddenly 3 massive giant ticks descend from the roof and one from behind the cask.
Your spoon!
We're instantly going to go into combat.
I told you.
Oh, since we began the session, I also forgot to do this. I gotta remember to do this at the beginning of the session, so. What? There you go. 4, 4, and 3. Hey, we like those. Those are good numbers. Okay. That's my prayer dice or whatever.
Okay.
So.
That's right.
So 4.
Ignore what I just said about 3 of them. There's only 2 of them.
Okay.
Because 3 would have absolutely demolished you guys. So,
Please.
who would like to? They're solo monsters. So, who would like to? Who'd like to go first?
So Haas, seeing this, we're just fully level 2 now, right?
Yeah, you're all level 2 now.
Okay. So Haas, seeing these things appear, he says, "Ah!" And as he goes, "Ah!" he turns into a Black Panther.
Okay. So you guys watch as Haas is just sitting there, goes ah, and then instant cat.
So I spend a stress to do that as I take a pouncing predator form. How close to me are they? Are they just like in melee with me?
They're within melee with you because you approach the cask.
All right,
Wakanda
then-
forever!
Then what Haas will do, because I can essentially, the pouncing predator has an ability called Fleet.
Mm-hmm.
I spend a hope, and I can move up to far without rolling. So what he's actually doing is he moves back to close, so that I can use takedown, which is he's basically pouncing into melee on one, and I get a bonus for doing that.
So Haas gets the zoomies. So just kind of running around, like jumping off of like tables and stuff like that, and just kind of runs in a circle for a little bit, and eventually tries to pounce on one of these things.
Yeah, so
He catches it with the front claws and he kicks at it with the back feet.
Right, this is 2d12. Give it a minute. So I do this with instinct. That's going to be a... Well, this is with fear, sadly. 15 with fear.
15 with fear. Cool. I'm going to take my fear real quick.
Off to a great start tonight. Just
I hit the wrong button. Multi-sided, choose side. Let's go up to 2. All right, and how much damage was it?
Because I use takedown, I get a bonus to my proficiency.
Oh, and I'm sorry, what was the actual attack roll?
15 with fear.
Okay, 15 with fear is actually not enough.
Okay.
So you miss. So you guys watch as Haas turns into this cat, zoomies for a little bit, and then jumps forward trying to attack this giant tick. But as you try and kind of sink your teeth and claws into it, the carapace on the outside is so thick that you're not able to get anything out of it. And then at the same time, it is going to go ahead and attack you, but it's actually going to attack everyone in front of it. So I believe that's everybody except whoever's over here.
it's me.
All right, so
I'm safe.
the rest
Where
of
are
you
these-
guys.
I guess should we be seeing these things?
I didn't put any things there because I don't have this particular.
Okay.
Again, it's all feature of the mind. I just put stuff on the map to give you guys kind of references. So, if you want something just so you can see the two different things. Let's go. Wet cavern sounds like something I would find insects in.
I could draw you a bug too. I'm very good at it. A little leg here, a little husk here, a little antennae.
We will use chimeras to represent them. So there's 1, and there's 2, and I'll put them on things. And then one of them will be red, and the other one will be blue. So now you guys can tell the difference. All right, so the first one is going to turn towards the whole group and is going to kind of lean back and is going to spray this acid out of its mouth. And that is an 8 versus your evasion. Does that hit anybody?
Nope.
So all of you kind of dodge out of the way as everything the acid touches starts to kind of melt and bubble. And since I just got a fear, I'm going to go ahead and use that fear to highlight the same creature again because it is relentless.
But fear is the mind killer.
Fear is the little death.
Not little death is something else.
No, that's the actual quote. I can't remember the rest of it, but fear is the little death that's something. I used to know the entire mantra. And so this tick is actually going to kind of burrow under things, and then it's going to come out in the middle. It kind of burrows through the muck and guck and stuff, and then it's going to jump out of the ground in the middle of all of you guys and lead everyone except for who's you? It's Esper, because you're a little bit too far away right now, to make me an agility reaction roll. So roll your duality dice, add your agility to it. This particular roll doesn't create hope or fear, so you don't have to worry about that. You just have to tell me what the total is.
Boys, we are rolling real strong tonight, okay? Strong would be the word.
12.
Consistent.
12, cool.
9.
9. All right. Another 9. And then for Kimmy?
Number 9.
All right, Kimmy, you make your save. Everyone else fails.
Hmm.
And you take 1, 4, 9 physical damage as oh wait, ignore that. Subtract 5 from that. 4 physical. Nope, ignore the damage completely. You are knocked over and vulnerable until the next time you act. So, yeah. So everybody except Esper and Haas. No. Everyone except Esper and Kimmy are currently vulnerable until you take the spotlight. So, who would like to take the spotlight?
I would like to take the spotlight.
Go for it.
I will stand up and turn to LeCroc and say, teach these fools a lesson. And I will cast Paralela on him.
How heavy is the Paralela? Like a gram?
You know what? You lose a fear for that.
Nah,
That
puns
one.
are welcome in my game. There's no Elias here, so.
I'm going to remember that. I spend 2 hope to cast the spell on an ally within close range. The next time the target makes an attack, they can hit an additional target within range that their attack roll would succeed against. You can only hold this spell on 1 creature at a time.
Cool. So how do you envision it giving that ability? Like, do you see it as them moving very, very fast, or like does their weapons start to like double? So there's 2 of them. How do you see it working?
I see it as like time slowing down for them, so that they're moving very fast.
Okay.
Little bits of flame lightning.
Okay. So you guys watch as God, I can't remember anybody's names. I have a cheat sheet and everything. So you watch as Gavin kind of goes over, and what do you use to cast it? Do you have like a rod? Do you have a book? Do you just cast it with your hands?
I will quickly consult a book.
Okay.
And be like, yeah, no, that's it, and using the Book of Steel.
Okay.
Style.
Gotcha. Real quick, Slice of Scott, thank you for the fear. You guys watch as Gavin takes out a book.
He doesn't
and
need that. We
flips
grind it for him. No
flips
problem.
through it really quickly, and then you see him kind of flash of recognition. He closes the book, and then he points his hand. You see these little tendrils of like lightning fire go and start just tracing all over LeCroc's body, and then you start watching as LeCroc's eyes start moving faster, and everything he does starts looking faster and things like that. Who wants to take is there any roll or anything with that, or it's just an action? Cool.
No,
Yeah, because you're spending
it's just
hope.
Yep.
Anyone else want to take the and you are as long as you stand up, you are no longer vulnerable.
I am standing up.
All right. So, anyone else want to take the spotlight? Would you like to have Gavin stay with the spotlight to do something fire related? Because let's be honest, that's what Gavin's going to do. What do you guys think? Who wants the spotlight?
Gavin already boosted me, so I'm gonna get that fuck up and I'm gonna attack these things.
Okay, cool.
I get that, and I go over. I go like that. And I'm going to attack. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, so if I attack one, I'll attack the other automatically, or do I have to do anything?
I believe as long as it hits, as long as the dice roll is high enough, it'll automatically hit.
Okay, cool. Then I don't have to do whirlwind on that.
So you guys watch as LeCroc gets up, pulling out his new scimitar,
Falchion.
right? Falchion. Pulling out his new falchion, and he starts going forward, and he moves lightning fast. You guys just see this, and he's instantly swinging towards one of these giant ticks. What do you got for an attack roll?
19 with hope.
You said 19?
19.
All right, it definitely
I know you're not
hits.
used to hearing that.
Go ahead and roll damage on both of them. You can just roll 1 damage for both of them.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, give it a function.
Ooh.
And then there's an ability. I just want to make sure I have that because Kill the Falchion also on a successful attack roll an additional damage die. Roll an additional damage die and discard the lowest value. So that'll be another D10. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So what I rolled initially is still good. Always gonna check. So that'll be 23 damage.
All right. So as you come forward, you slice into the first one. He almost like blinks for a second, and where he was attacking one at first, you see him blink, and now he's making that exact same attack on the one right next to him. Both of them take 2 hit points of damage from that. One of them had to mark a stress. And they are less than pleased that you have just attacked them. And so I am going to burn a stress to activate one of them. And this one is going to spray an attack against all of you again, with the intention of rolling higher than a damn 4.
Santa spray it.
That's slightly better. It turns into a 12, except for there's one of you that is still prone, right?
I'm still vulnerable.
So for Haas, that brings it up to an 18.
That will hit Haas.
Okay. The rest of you guys, does a 12 hit any of your armors?
Oh, I almost panicked. No, my evasion is 14.
Okay, you're fine.
Mine is 11.
11, so it's going to hit you. And
Mine will be 12, but I can't fire, so...
Level up.
Cool. So I'm sorry. For Kimmy, does it meet yours, or is yours higher than 12?
My higher because I'm flying.
Okay, cool. So that just means, it's just going to be, Gavin, you take 10 points of physical damage, and you need to mark an armor slot without receiving its benefit as the acid starts to eat some of your armor away.
Oh,
Does that hit
no.
me too?
Do you have any armor to spend now?
Yes, that would hit you as well. So 10
Okay.
armor and...
I'm going to spend an armor as well to reduce it.
okay.
I believe I believe that's all 3 of my armor slots spent.
Okay.
So I take 2 hit points of damage.
Okay. If for any reason, if you don't have enough armor to burn the additional armor slot with this, let me know, because you have to mark an additional hit point, and I gain a fear. So.
Okay. Well, I have 4 hit points now.
Oh, cool.
So.
Real quick from Slice of Scott, Gavin, heal a hit point.
Ooh, thank you.
All right. That is that activation. Who wants the spotlight?
I think Haas might want to get up.
Yeah. So Haas will get up.
You're still in Panther form, right?
Yeah, I'm still in Panther form.
Okay.
He was like showing his belly, going like.
And I guess I will try and hit one of these things again.
Go for it. You gonna do the zoomy thing again?
No.
Okay.
Actually, screw it. Yes, I will.
So
I burn a hope and a fear.
All right.
Or hope and a stress, sorry.
Let's say, you're not burning my fear. This is my fear.
And then I roll. Okay. So that's going to be +4 to hit. So 18 with hope.
18 definitely hits. Go ahead
Cool.
and roll the damage.
Because I did the thing, I get a bonus to my efficiency. 28 damage.
God bless.
That is very, very good. So, as you hit it, that is enough for it to make severe damage. And as you sink your teeth into this giant tick, suddenly its acidic blood starts squirting out. You all take 7 points of physical damage as the acid spills all over you. Aside from, again, Esper, who is still kind of chilling outside. And now...
Sorry, how much damage?
7.
Well, 7, so depending on how it goes in your...
Yeah. So there's a difference between damage and hit points. So...
Yep.
And then the ground now is covered in this acidic blood. So anyone that moves through it is going to take 2d4 physical damage when they move through it. Remember, Toast, how I said there was going to be some weird stuff that these monsters can do?
So where's the so the blood is underneath them and next to them, like
the
like
blood is
surrounding
basically
them?
covering all of the ground, because when he took severe damage, just a huge burst of acidic blood just burst out of it. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. That's
Okay.
that's all it gets to do. Who wants the spotlight?
Let me some room for the big guy here. A second. You guys are kind of surrounding him a little bit. So maybe make some room in some way, shape, or
Yeah.
form.
Oh, I the spotlight. I will fire so I believe very close range.
Okay. Basically, everything inside that room would be considered very close range. It's just not a big room. So,
And then I will,
because you're flying, you don't take any damage.
yep. I will burn a hole and cast laser blades.
Sorry, did you say razor brains, or what did you say?
Laser blades.
Can you type that out? I'm not. I'm getting razor brains, and that does not sound like a spell that I remember.
Rain of
Rain of
blades.
blades.
Rain of
Okay.
blades. Okay,
I thought you were
heard
saying. I thought you were
brains.
saying. I thought you were saying razor blades.
I thought
Okay.
so too. I was like,
So-
all of a sudden, Cuba just like
It works. So go ahead and
Gillette, son of a bitch.
the stealth power phantom. Yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll. Does the ability mention your proficiency? Because I believe that should mean that because you're tier 2, it would be 2d8 plus 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll.
That will be 11. Oh.
All right, well, go ahead and take your hope. Unfortunately, 11 is not quite enough. So you guys watch as Kimmy kind of comes forward and starts conjuring these blades out of the sky that start raining down on.
They are laser blades.
Yeah, actual like. Do you prefer like the Gillette version or like little pink, like safety razors or?
Oh my god.
The old-timey.
Okay. So you guys see these razors. Yeah. You guys start seeing these razor blades coming, but as soon as they hit the ticks themselves, their hide is just so thick that they're just kind of bouncing off. One of the other ones is just because it's not particularly fond of you right now, it's going to go ahead and burn a stress and kind of burrow around and pop out. And I need everyone, again, except for Esper, until he gets over here, to go ahead and make an agility reaction roll.
Agility reaction roll.
And again, these don't
That's
create
right.
hope or fear. I just need the number.
When they don't matter, yeah.
Yeah.
No, mine generates hope for me.
Oh, it does?
Strange patterns. If a 6 pops up, I get a hope.
That's nice.
But that's okay. It was nice. It really was nice. However,
that's a weird ability.
my total was 6.
That's an
I got
ability
a
that was written for me.
16.
All right, 16 passes, 6 fails. Kimmy
19.
and LeCroc. 19 for
19.
LeCroc. Pass. Kimmy?
9.
9. All right, so I'm going to say because you plummet to the ground being knocked over,
Yeah.
you are going to take that 2d4 damage as you hit the ground. It's only going to be 3. So I would assume that should be in your minor threshold.
Yeah.
So yeah, those of you that failed, you are now prone and vulnerable.
Do we take damage from falling or no?
I'm gonna say technically it says all creatures other than the burrow who move through it take the physical damage. So because you're not moving, the only reason I did it to him because he was Kimmy was flying and then fell down. You're already in the acid. So
Okay.
and once he starts flying again, he's not going to take more damage. So who wants to spotlight?
Yeah, I should get involved here at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and run on in.
Well, sort of, not really. So Esper's gonna come trouncing around, hearing that there's a lot of commotion going on in the room, and on his way over, knowing that his buddies might be bleeding, acidy, falling apart, he's going to mention on his way that even though, excuse me, I may not have started this, but I'm definitely going to finish it, and I'm going to throw my scythe with my ability over the top of Gavin's head, hopefully not clearing his neck. And with spirit weapon, I'm going to make an attack throw with my scythe. Then at this point, so it does take one stress to do. So
Okay.
I think
Are you going to either attack both of them or just one? Because you can up it to both with that ability, if I remember.
Oh,
correctly.
with the stress, yeah. So with the stress to target additional, yeah. So I'm gonna attack, and then I'm going to use a stress to try to hit both of them. So
Go for it. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
An attack roll. Okay. I've done this before. A dirty 20. That with fear.
Okay. So you guys watch as Esper comes through and he brings his scythe and he just hurls it, and you watch as it spins and hits both of these creatures. Go ahead and roll the damage. I'm going to go ahead and take that fear real quick.
And then that will be 17 damage.
Okay.
And that did include my body basher now.
Okay, cool. So he comes through and hits both of them with this. The red one is looking really, really rough. And now that the red one can see all of you, because you did roll with fear, it's going to go ahead and just try to spit acid on everybody instead of everybody except Esper. So that's a nat 20. So
Does any of us take a thing that makes them reroll?
You know what? Not this time.
all right.
Yes,
I'm gonna spend 3 hope,
Okay.
and you force an adversary within far range to reroll an attack or damage roll.
Oh, crap, you actually do.
All right. So Gavin, as you see Asperkika come in, you suddenly, time seems to stop for you for a moment, and you see into the future that this bug is going to spew acid on everyone. You see your friends kind of melting in front of you, and as you kind of blink back to existence, you go, "No!" And just screaming that seems to kind of throw the tick off of its game. And that brings it down to a 16 versus your evasion. Yeah, Gavin just goes, actually? So 16 versus your all's evasion.
Yep.
There it is.
All right.
Yep.
And he's gonna roll 0 damage.
So that's 10 damage, and you have to mark an armor slot without getting the benefit from it. And if anyone can't do that, you have to mark an additional hit point.
So here's my question.
Sure.
How bad is everybody doing right now?
Really bad.
I have one hit point
Really
left.
bad.
Cool.
So I think so. If I understand this correctly, if you hit us, we automatically take a hit point.
If you hit, if I hit you, you take 10 points of damage. However, you split that amongst your things. In addition to that, you have to mark an armor slot without gaining its benefits. So you just lose an armor slot.
Okay.
And if you don't have enough armor slots to do that, you take an additional hit point of damage.
What are you gonna do, Gavin?
Gavin has marked off his last hit point.
I
No,
have.
to be.
And
I should let you. Sorry, I should let you know that that's interrupt. But since that did happen, I'm presuming order of operations. Lacroix down.
Okay.
What are you doing, Gavin?
We'll do that in a second. Gavin, what are you doing?
Gavin, given how rough everyone else is doing, I think Gavin is going to go out in a blaze of glory.
Really?
Because I mean, I'm just looking at my options. I think he's going to try to save everyone.
Okay.
Wait, you took 10, right? Well, you would have taken 10 damage. What's your threshold for turning around?
8 would be my 1 damage point. I had 1 hit point left.
Oh, okay.
So, and I took 2 points of damage. 1 hit point will render me at best unconscious. So I could avoid death and go unconscious. I could try risking it all, or I can do a blaze of glory. I feel like if I do a blaze of glory, I can save everyone else.
Well, let me kind of explain to the audience. So when you mark your last hit point, you get to do what's called a death move, and you get a choice of one of 3 options. The one that Gavin seems intent on is called Blaze of Glory. You get to take 1 action, which critically succeeds. So whatever they want to do, not only is it going to work, it's going to work super, super well, but then the character dies. And the character is done with the game. And we will deal with that in a second. Your second choice is what's called Avoid Death. So instead of dying, you are rendered unconscious and you gain a scar, which basically marks off one of your hope slots. You normally can have a maximum of 6 hope, right?
I think so, yes.
Yep. So for every scar you get, you have 1 less maximum hope you can bank. And if you ever get enough scars to cross out your last hope slot, your character is done. The final thing that you can do is risk it all, where you roll your duality dice. If the fear die is higher, then your character dies. If the hope die is higher, your character instantly gets up and is able to restore a number of hit point and stress equal to the value of the hope die. So, that being said, Gavin, if you would like to go out in a blaze of glory,
I have things that I can.
I'm just going to tell you, no, you don't have things. I think that one of these were enough to take us down, because I'm also marking my last hit point if this lands, just so
Wait,
you know.
wait. So okay. So
No,
then the
it's the
Croak's going down,
problem. The
Haas is going
problem.
down,
The
Gavin's going
problem
down.
is the armor portion of it is causing extra damage is the issue
Yeah.
here. Like, yeah.
Don't
So-
kill me.
So, yeah, it looks like you would be the only person that is still conscious at the end of this. Which again, the way that Daggerheart works is player characters generally don't die unless the players kind of choose that they die. So if you guys decide to avoid death, we basically narrate how you guys are able to escape all of this with all of you unconscious. So if that's the choices you guys want to make, that's a thing. And more likely than not, what we'll say is something to the effect of the one person that's still conscious will just grab up all the bodies and run out of here before everyone dies. So that is a completely viable thing to do. But everyone that marks their last hit point that chooses to avoid death is going to mark a scar. If anybody before this happens, if anybody wants to try to risk it all, there is a chance that you could roll well and basically just be brought up and be feeling super good, can immediately take the spotlight if you want. That is an option as well. So before...
I did want to try and risk it all with Haas.
Okay. So...
Because we have such great track records with...
So anyway,
stress.
before
But-
we have Gavin just kick the bucket, let's allow Haas to risk it all. And
Going to be a literal blaze of glory, though.
well, I mean, if you would prefer to do that, again, this is entirely up to you guys. If you want to do that, and maybe one of them is still alive, then the rest of you can make your decision. It's entirely up to you.
Go ahead.
5 on the fear die and 11 on the hope. I'm alive!
So yeah, and in addition to that, you can heal 11 hit points or stress divided however you want in there.
I'm back at full.
All right. So with that being said, obviously Esper kind of hops back up and looks kind of revitalized, and their fury is ready to attack all these things. But the rest of you still have to deal with your death move before they can do anything. So, Gavin, if you still want to go out in a blaze of glory, 100% you can. Since you have a decision already, what would you like to do?
I'm going to pump all of my magic, everything into Daisy, and have Daisy wild flame the 2 ticks.
Okay, so you guys watch as this creature sprays on all of them, and you watch Esper. You watch all of your friends just hit the ground. Newfound friends, but still friends. Hit the ground. Rough. You watch as Haas, after he hits the ground, you see this kind of burst of natural magic kind of raise him up. And you could see him kind of breathe in and look revitalized, but then both of you look over and you see Gavin. Gavin's looking rough. You can see like blood trickling out of his nose, and he looks like he's on his last leg. He brings his hand up, and you can see his little mini fire elemental sitting there. And he sits there and he whispers in the fire elemental's ear. And then he places his hand down, and as his hand hits the ground, the life leaves him. His tiny little flame elemental, Daisy, looks at him, looks at the giant ticks that have just killed his master and friend, and you watch him start gathering the heat around him. You see him pulling flame from everywhere and grows from this tiny little fire elemental to this massive fire elemental beast. Runs over, dives at them. You see this huge explosion. So because this is a critical hit, take the maximum amount of damage you can do for that, and don't forget to factor in your proficiency if it's. I think it should scale with your proficiency.
Okay.
So let me look at the attack.
Yep. So normally it would be 2d6.
Okay.
So I believe it is roll 2d6 and then add 12.
Yepers.
So math 21.
21. Cool. So you see this huge explosion. One of the giant ticks is just roasted and dies. The other one looks really rough, but is still clinging to Lilith.
And marks a stress.
And marks a stress. So it's looking really, really rough, but it's still conscious as the last embers of life leave Gavin. Who wants to spotlight? Oh, and we have 2 other death moves. So for you two, what would you like to do for your death moves?
I'm just gonna fall unconscious.
Okay, go ahead and mark a scar on your character sheet, and we'll deal with what that means in a little bit. Kimmy, what would you like to do?
I will take the call.
Okay. So both Kimmy and the Croak just kind of fall down unconscious. We still have Haz and Esper. Who wants the spotlight?
The panther just goes, "How dare you!" and attacks because I can still talk like this.
Sure. It's where you suddenly start hitting out of nowhere. He starts saying he has goods if you have coin, and then I will say you're going to take 2d4 damage for moving.
That's fine.
So 7 points of damage.
Okay, and that's a crit.
All
yeah,
right.
let's go.
So
2 sixes.
it really doesn't matter what you roll. It doesn't have enough hit points to live through it. So why don't you describe your victory, claim your kill?
So essentially, it's it's the cat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where one clawed hand holds down the head, the other clawed hand holds down the body, and he just separates the head from the body.
Okay. So you guys watch as this giant panther kind of comes through, and you hear this meow, 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 and it rips the tick into 2 distinct pieces, ending its life.
So I put another hope from that too.
I realized as we were going through that death move, I really should have music for a Blaze of Glory scene. Live and learn. So, both LeCroc and Kimmy are currently unconscious. In order for you guys to regain consciousness, either someone needs to restore at least 1 hit point to you, or you need to take a long rest. So I will leave it up to you guys to decide how you want to deal with that. But Esper and Haz, you guys... Go ahead.
I was just kind of looks at Esper. I think we should barricade one of... It's a panther still, but I think we should barricade one of these rooms. I don't really have the magic to heal them right now. Unless you do.
Just to clarify, is one of them still up, the ticks?
Both of them are dead.
Both of them are dead. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I only heard one died. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
One died from the Blaze of Glory. The other one just died from Panther.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be too meta on this so I'm not going to say what LeCroc has, but I will remind you that we do have snap powder.
Yep, I totally remember what snap powder is. I am not taking the second to look up what snap powder is. I will just, buy
If you
time,
give it to someone, they mark a stress and they clear an HP.
Yeah.
Clear an HP, okay.
So you can do that to one person.
I have a question from the combat
Daniel,
side of
did
things.
you forget that? I saw a cringe moment for Daniel.
Well, while Daniel's dealing with it.
You watch as a single phoenix feather falls out of
Oh
Gavin's
Oh!
robes.
no!
Yeah,
What-
that
what-
could have been useful for you.
What did the phoenix feather do again?
If I remember correctly.
For the readers at home,
It lets you it just get a +1 bonus when you're determining if you have a scar or not. So
okay.
it wouldn't have brought me back.
Hmm.
Never mind. Carry on.
I have a question for Order of Operations. So one of the things that I was thinking of doing, but I didn't know how many actions I can take in a spotlight. Am I able to use one of my features while also doing a? Can I do a unique hope feature as well as a class feature, or is that basically like 2 actions in one turn?
There aren't any quote unquote turns, so it
Or
basically like
spotlights,
your spotlight will end either when you make a roll and fail it, or roll with fear, or somebody else steps in. So if you want to do 2 different things, you can.
I'm not angry. I'm just upset for not asking, especially where Gavin was standing. I literally could have been like touching him with my hand to heal him while throwing the. Yep. So I'm not going to live with that for the rest of my life. That's great. Awesome. Moving on with our lives. So. Okay. Esper is going to, seeing that the room, well, maybe we don't be in this room because this room's kind of covered with blood and guts that, sizzle you a little bit. So, I'm going to, seeing that, my panther friend may have winced when he was pawing around in the room, I'm going to hook very gently my 2 downed allies out of the room because I can reach up to 10 feet away. And I'm going to hook them over to me and on top of Gavin's body, or next to Gavin's body at this point.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick both of them up because they're quite tiny. And Esper's going to carry them into the room behind us where we could barricade the doors. I think this is the best place that we can go right now. I'm going to grab all 3 bodies and I'm going to bring them in here. Just hop over here. Don't take any more damage.
As soon as the bodies are clear, he just kind of hops out the door, cat-like.
And I will, with the 3 bodies in the room, I am going to. I know I can do. I'm just double checking. Seeing that Gavin's body is completely lifeless in front of Esper, and remembering the good times of chucking him instead of the scythe at one point, to take down the foes in the previous room, not feeling a life force as the medallion that's around his neck, the green medallion around his neck, kind of like hovers as he's bent over, looking over Gavin and inspecting him to see if there's any way to bring him back to life. Now realizing that he can't, he's going to take the tip of the scythe and scar his chest so that blood can start coming out. And then he's going to smear the blood onto his hands. And then he's going to smear it off across the foreheads of both LeCroc and Kimmy. And for Kimmy, I'm going to spend 3 hope to clear a hit point, if that's a way to heal them.
Yep. 100%.
Okay. And then for the same thing with LeCroc, I'm going to use Seraph's Hope and clear another HP, and I will be out of hope at that point. So,
LeCroc and Kimmy, you guys, as the acid hit you, you just felt it burning and fell unconscious. The next thing you know, you can feel some dampness on your forehead as you can see Esper, standing in front of you, he has a new scar on his chest that seems to be bleeding rather heavily, and you can feel kind of a dampness on your forehead, but you are awake. Both of you now have burn marks wherever you would prefer them to be, to kind of remind you of the encounter with the ticks, whether that's on your chest or your hand or something.
It was acid, right?
Yes, acid.
I
Don't you
would
roll
say
for
I
stars? I'm
probably
confused.
have like a few holes in my ring.
Oh, never mind. You don't automatically get scars. Roll your hope die. If its value is equal to or under your character level, then you gain a scar. So, both of you just roll your hope die. I thought the scars were automatic, but they aren't.
Oh. So
Also means the higher your level, the more likely you are to
Sorry. So I'm sorry. What do I roll?
roll
Yeah.
just a single d12.
Oh, okay.
And if its value is equal to or under your character's level, then they gain a scar. So on a 2 or 1, you'll gain a scar.
Jesus Christ.
Kimmy's fine. Poor LaCroix.
What did you roll, LaCroix, so the audience can know?
I rolled. Fuck you.
So yeah, LaCroix, you would have some kind of burn on you wherever you feel is most.
You don't fucking
appropriate.
say.
Kimmy, you are fine, other than the fact that you were unconscious for a little bit.
For the people at home.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
just it. You don't get a you don't get a scar. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, you do.
Meanwhile, as you guys are doing that, Haas is over the body of our recently passed comrade. He's just like, he turns from panther back to a goblin, and he's just like, so sad. He pulls out a mushroom and just starts patting its head so the spores fall all over your body. From dust to dust, back to the earth you go. And then I'm doing, what's that called? Wild touch. And just with little popping sounds, little mushrooms just start popping up all over your body.
Oh, we're just gonna turn them into mushroom soup. Okay, cool.
All right.
It's fucked up, man.
So
No, he's returning back to nature. This is the, you know that fungi are just the extant form of death, right?
It's
That's
fucked
why
up,
you
man.
can't. That's why you can't truly kill them.
I'm pretty sure Gavin and his little harpy would have fucking burned the mushroom alive at this point. I don't think you thought this through all the way. You're gonna set fire to this entire room, and we're all going to die.
Oh no, his fire has left. It's gone back to the natural cycle. All that's left is the flesh.
Well, that's very fucking morbid.
It's just the cycle of life, my friend. You see, this is why all of your possessions and all of this property and stuff is actually meaningless.
Well, I haven't taken anything yet. In fact, LaCroix has taken most of it. That would have been very bad
I'm
if you
just
would have
holding
died
on
right
to
there.
it. I've just been holding on to it until we get somewhere. We're really arguing about possession now.
well, possession is 9/10 of the law. So
Yeah.
do you guys
No
want
one's
to
talking
take
to you, Patrice.
a short rest, long rest? Do you want to keep going?
I think long rest is in order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I am thinking. What? Okay, just for context, Jody, what time of day is this?
You guys have been exploring because you got here, if I remember correctly, like midday. So at this point, we're getting close to twilight dusk.
Okay, so I was considering actually like making a case for going back to town, but now that's just speed running, fucking around, finding out.
Haas will leave the room, and then he comes back in with the rats and like a lizard leg, and he's essentially going to be making us some roast meats.
this tiny ass little room?
No, there's just an open air grassway right in front of the door. We need dinner. I mean, we've been at this like all afternoon.
When we long rest, we get all our HP back.
So you
Or
can
is that
still
the
make you can choose 2 downtime moves. So if you have the book, page 105 talks about the downtime moves. So for a long rest, you have a choice of 5 different things. Tend to all wounds, which you just get all your hit points back. Clear all stress, all your stress back. Repair all armor, all your armor back. Or prepare, which allows you to gain a hope. We're not going to worry about working on a project because this campaign's not going to go long enough to do that. So you can choose 2 of those 4 options.
Tend to an ally and repair all armor for me. Or no, tend to all wounds and repair all armor for me.
Okay.
Sam.
Yeah, damn.
All right.
Also, before the long rest, I am going to do sparing touch, which touch a creature, so I'm going to touch myself, and I'm going to remove the 2 stress. So as Esper's sitting over Gavin's lifeless body, he's just kind of taking it in, staring at the gash that he made on Gavin's body to revitalize his 2 teammates, and just meditate on what just happened to try to remove the 2 stress. And I'll do sparing touch to remove 2 stress off of me.
Okay. So during downtime, you don't really use your abilities during downtime. You just choose your downtime moves. So
I guess
you could do that. I just need to know what your downtime moves are first.
Oh,
and then you can use your abilities anytime you want. So I just need to know what your 2 downtime moves are.
Gotcha. We're short.
Because you can technically clear all your stress as a downtime move.
Yeah, it's just that the sparing touch is once per long rest. So since we're about to take a long rest, I wanted to use it. Yeah.
Then you do that before your downtime.
You go to bed before I go to bed, or take the long rest. Yeah.
No,
and then
that's perfectly fine. That's a smart thing to do. So yeah.
And then I'm gonna tend to all wounds, and I'm going to repair all armor.
Cool. So I think that everyone should be kind of back at tip top. When you take a long rest, I believe I gain a fear for each player character, which due to the fact that we are down 1 means I only get 4 instead of 5.
Thanks, Gavin.
Hmm.
No, saying because you saved us up here.
So, yeah. So you guys are able to kind of barricade yourself in one of the rooms. You are able to get a decent amount of sleep. When you wake up, due to the kind of accelerated nature of the magic that Haas has cast on the body of Gavin, when you guys wake up, there's this kind of beautiful, almost there's this colony of mushrooms that have basically decomposed most of Gavin's former body.
If you become a mushroom person, I'm going to scream.
That would be very, very funny.
That'd be funny as hell.
And the mushrooms themselves, the caps of them have kind of strange serrated edges so that they almost look like little kind of bonfires all over his body, and they're red. They're kind of bright red mushrooms. But seriously, that would be hilarious if he came back as a mushroom.
Well, now I need to change character.
We'll deal with that in a second. So,
Haas is just like for breakfast because we had some of the he gave you guys lizard for your dinner, but now he's like rat on a stick. Anyone rat on a stick?
And then very good. Then just waking up, I don't want food right away in the morning.
As a reminder, you guys did get a recipe. One of your downtime activities can be making a... Was it? Did you guys get a stamina potion recipe? Was that what it was? One of you
Yeah.
should have it. So,
Yep, we gotta...
if you wanted to, one of you could use one of your downtime activities to brew a potion, because there's plenty of bones around.
I needed to repair my arm, and I was a little hurt from the acid on the floor. So,
Okay.
I think
It's a minor. That's a minor stamina potion recipe.
Okay.
So if you want
Croak,
to make it, we can make it.
Croak, I figured that you would like tick on a stick.
Suddenly watches the Croak's eyes burst into flames.
You're fucked up, man.
So,
What,
I want an ROUS.
It's lean protein.
I nearly got fucked up, and then I did get fucked up. I don't care about lean.
Do you want rat on a stick?
While they're arguing and seeing the decomposed body of Gavin, starting to decompose body of Gavin, Esper's gonna go through his pack to ensure that we have any belongings, trinkets that remember him by, items that may have been acquired through our adventures thus far. So is there anything that we would have in addition, or would we have from within your pack, Gavin?
I'll say your
No.
armor and stuff that you got as part of character creation has decomposed with you, but any extra stuff that you got during the adventure, you can give to them.
So not only are you robbing my corpse, I have to tell you what's on my corpse. There is the aforementioned phoenix feather.
This is
Okay.
old school D&D now.
I forget to remind you guys that in original D&D, you really you didn't worry about naming your characters till they got to level 3 or 5, because they were gonna die before that.
Hey, can my character have your stuff?
You have a glider,
Oh,
a,
That's right.
a minor health potion, obviously the leather armor. I do have a magic wand.
Again, anything that you got as part of character creation,
Got
is gonna
So-
die with you. So your weapons and armor are gone. I'll let you give the health potion away, because
Okay.
that's fine.
I will also say you find a small leather journal that is very tightly packed with notes and drawings, and the pages are very worn. They've been, this is very old. And as you flip through it, none of it makes sense. There are some drawings of an arcane nature, but it seems like everything is written in a code, like a cipher script. Basically, think Grail journal.
Okay. Esper will take the wand and the book, and where he left off on trying to understand what's inside of it, from the ciphers, from the glyphs, the designs of all the scripture that is inside, he's going to go ahead and place the wand inside of one of the pages and then close the book and try to bind it or seal it to the best of its ability. And I believe in the room across from us, there was described that there was a bookshelf, and he'll make just a little bit of room, and he'll place the book in the shelving with all the other books that are up there.
Okay. So you all have gotten your long rest. The mood itself is rather somber now that you have lost an ally, but there is still a ruin to explore.
Just before we do anything else, because I just woke up and I didn't want to use this beforehand. So Haz kind of goes over to Gavin's body, finds the biggest mushroom on it, pats it so that some of the spores land on his hand, and then I spend a hope as I cast Natural Familiar, and the spores form into a tiny nature spirit in the shape of one of those fiery mushrooms.
Okay.
And it just kind of sits on Hawes's head, and he's just like, I'm gonna leave you, Gavin.
I will hug you and squeeze you and call you George. Tell me about the robots again, George.
So yeah, the natural familiar, instead of being an animal, is just a little anthropomorphic mushroom.
So, I mean, a little bit of Gavin gets to come with us. It's nice.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
I don't know what's so fucked up about the natural cycle.
I know
Alright.
that's even more fucked up.
How?
That's natural?
Yes.
Oh,
It's like by
you've had one.
definition. Like, that's
you've
so
had one
natural,
too
it's
many.
almost vegan.
You've had one too many mushrooms, I'm thinking. No way you
God.
think that's natural.
Mushrooms are part of the natural process. You know, if there were no fungi in the world, nothing to break down corpses, we would be living on a fermented pile of shit. So, like, be appreciative of this.
I'm pretty sure my gods would not approve of what you've been doing with Gavin's body. However, it is quite
Am I
fucked up.
smited?
No, it's more along the lines that you're not been smited yet due to the fact that it's so full of chaos that they probably appreciate it in some fucked up way. It is very fucked up though. LeCroc is very much right. Maybe we don't mess with the natural law.
I'm not messing with the natural law. This is the natural law. He died, his soul went to whatever god he worshipped, and his body remained here to refuel the earth. It is literally the natural cycle.
Yeah, but-
I don't know what's the problem with all of you city people. What do you think happens when someone dies in the woods? They get torn apart by a bunch of different animals. Their bones get scattered by the animals. The bones get degraded by the fungi and returned to the earth. Like, what is wrong with this? This is literally what had happened before all of you started to clear down the trees and plant all the stones, and your city stink to high heaven because you don't let this happen. You shit in the fucking street instead of on a tree, and then it doesn't break down. It just stays on the goddamn stone. Like, what the fuck's natural about that? Ever think of that? You piss on the side of you piss on the side of a building, and the piss just stays there, and then you run away from the rats that get supercharged by the piss. And then
Tonight's
pigeons.
game is brought to you by Greenpeace.
Don't even get me started about pigeons. Oh my god. You guys realize that those things are heavily domesticated, and that's why they stay around cities, right?
So anyway, after that lovely conversation to get everything moving forward again, what would you all like to do? Probably takes another hour for Haas to finish his rant on the issues of domestication of pigeons and other things.
Gavin, did you have any gold, by the way? Or were you poor as fuck?
Yeah, we were all poor as fuck.
We actually got
Yeah.
they shook us down because we needed to make reparations for what we did at the bar. And then
But
we
didn't
got
you have all our gold, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, crook.
So
Well,
I needed
they-
to mark it down. So
LeCroc
Well-
took an extension course to learn generally accepted accounting principles, so he's become your guys' accountant.
Well, before we go, I just wanted to make sure. Phoenix Feather, I'm not exactly sure if anyone would benefit from this. You two have fallen over already. You fell over and came back to life. I don't know how you stayed in a panther form. That must have been very difficult to do. Does someone want this Phoenix Feather, and does someone want this glider? Is anyone going to be jumping off shit? LeCroc, potentially. I don't know if you're going to ever... I feel like you would wild shape into something that can fly, and I feel
Yeah,
like
I'll
you just
probably be
fly
okay.
all the time, Kimmy. LeCroc, do you want this glider in any way, shape, or form?
I could just hold on to it for like the rope if you wanna.
I feel like one of us should use it just in case.
Oh. Just realized I
Uh-oh.
get a D4 plus the number of players, so I actually get 2 more fear.
Ooh, yeah.
It's gone well.
All right. So, back to you all. What would you all like to do?
I think we should, maybe there's one more room on this floor that on this section of the building that we have not checked yet. Given the last one, I don't know if we want to go in, but I can't be any less scarier going downstairs. So maybe we just clear it, make sure our asses are a-okay.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Conviction loss.
Real quick, Kimmy, take a reroll token from Slice of Scott.
Uh,
And then also, LeCroc, take a reroll token from Slice of Scott. And then Esper, take a reroll token from Slice of Scott. As you guys look into this room, do I have box text for it, or is it just...
Oh, I know it.
So as you guys open up this room, you notice two things. One, there are, and then real quick, reroll token for Haas, and then reroll token for whatever Gavin's new character is, Gavin the Second, all from Slice of Scott. So everybody gets a reroll token. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
looking in, you notice that this obviously seems to be a storeroom. You can see shelving units and things like that. Some of them are in better condition than others. But in addition to that, you can see a set of stairs going down as well. So you now can see two different ways to go downstairs.
Oh, that's convenient.
This one is already in plain sight. That the other one was behind the bookshelf, was it not?
Yeah.
Which one do you think is probably more likely to lead to a fucking trap?
The secret passage probably leads to a different area, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the secret passage.
I would agree. I think that is the direction we wanted to go. We cleared out this entire area, and I think our best option is to go forward through the secret passage. Unless we want to split the party, one go this way, one go that way.
Yeah,
I don't feel that's wise. We should. I kind of feel the secret passage myself.
All right, then we shall continue on to the secret patches then.
All right.
Secret passage.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
So, as you all descend into the darkness, you will all notice you can't see anything right now, and that's because I have nothing revealed. But I will have something revealed in just a second here.
Just touching my ass.
That is me?
Not me.
So, as you guys come down, you eventually, if you guys zoom out a little bit, you should see
Good God.
towards the northern part of the map, there is this tiny little area that you guys are able to find. And as you come down, you come to this relatively small room. It's only about a 10 by 10 foot room, and really nothing else. Like, looking around, before I say the wrong thing, I'm gonna look.
In this very dark corridor, it would have been nice to have Gavin still alive.
Yeah.
His little harpy could have, lit up the room very easily.
So yeah, as you guys come down, it's just it seems like a dead end as far as you can tell. Who's in the lead here? It's up to you guys. Who would like to be first down the stairs?
I think it's either going to be me or it's going to be Esper.
Okay, Esper, why don't you go ahead and make me an instinct roll?
Well, I immediately regret what I just said. An instinct. Oh, we updated that. Yeah. Critical. Crit. What? I don't know how to say it. Crit 9, so 20 total.
Yeah, that is
Get a hope.
definitely
Oh, I get a hope. That's
something
right.
useful.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Get a
gain a
hope.
hope, clear stress.
Yep.
Oh, not stressed anymore. Gavin's dead. Not stressed.
this. As you go down, you notice that both the west wall and the east wall both seem to be something strange about them. And as you kind of press them, you realize both of them have hidden doors in them.
I'm feeling around on this
And-
side of the wall, and on this side, I'm pushing with my scythe, and I think we can go through either side. I'm not
And
exactly sure.
I'll also mention with a crit, from the west, you can hear movement. You can hear kind of a dull thudding sound every so often, and the sound of like a scraping sound, something really heavy being dragged across stone, maybe like wood or something similar. To the east, you don't hear anything.
Bro, can you hear that? There's something on the other side of this fucking wall. Do we want to continue, or do we want to prepare or anything? Or you want to go in with your shield? I don't exactly know what we should do. This other side's a piece of shit. This does not matter.
Well, depend. Do we want to pick a fight, or do we want to try and like maneuver around?
Man, I'm feeling pretty fucking good after going to sleep last night. So I think we go fucking through it. Or do we send Haas? Can you turn into like a little fucking critter or something?
I mean, I can.
Is that the bad thing to do? Like, can you only do this so many times a day?
I know it's a little stressful most of the time. But what did you need?
Listen, on the other side of this wall, there is a dull scraping sound. Could be the sound of our doom or death. It could be, prizes beyond all our wildest ambitions.
Yes, that's normally a sound that gets attributed to dragging clump, dragging clump, dragging clump.
The churning of gold, if you will. Yes.
Okay. Here's what I will say. I'm going to turn into something, and this is going to sound really weird, but if the thing
Now
is...
you're worried about that.
No. If the thing you see is threatening, literally throw me at them, okay?
Okay. I can do that.
Haz will turn and spend the stress and turn into a giant armadillo.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you're gonna give it leprosy?
Do you want me to fly in and see?
Kimmy, I thought about you first, but I was looking for something a little bit more inconspicuous, something that was tinier, and we decided a fucking armadillo for whatever fucking reason.
I can be
Clarification.
very quiet.
Giant armadillo. I just want to put that out.
Yeah.
It's not like a normal armadillo. Like, they're still pretty big. This is a giant version of that.
I can
A
be
giant armadillo is a legitimate animal. It's about 3 feet long, and I weigh like 60 pounds.
Jesus.
It was a small dog.
I can be very quiet.
For me, that dog.
So, if you would like to let Kimmy sneak in, I will just need a finesse roll from Kimmy.
Yeah, you just
And
see
if you
Esper.
have an experience that you feel would apply to this, you can spend a hope to use that experience.
Well, I have that for a better so.
So that's even nicer. In addition to that, if you had an experience, you could use it. As a reminder, advantage in Daggerheart means you roll a d6 and add it to your total.
Let's go. Yeah, you just see Esper having this conversation, seeing a giant armadillo shows up. Okay, so Kimmy, this is what you're going to do now.
I will just walk around you so that I am right next to you in case you do have to throw me.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
okay.
Sounds good.
And by throw, you mean bowl it like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's an actual ability on this thing where yes, people can literally throw me as a projectile.
They literally gave that as a mechanic in the game.
Yes.
That's absolutely insane.
Next question: where are the finger holes?
You don't want to know.
Yeah. When when praise the and then experience.
Said prankster. I wouldn't really call this a prank.
Alright.
It's a good try, but I'm not gonna give you that one.
Alright.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. This is Daggerheart.
All right, so go ahead and give me that finesse roll then, with advantage.
Oh.
Yeah, you just add your finesse modifier to the duality dice.
Oof.
You have a reroll, if that means anything for you.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell the folks at home what you got with advantage?
That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean he got an 8 with fear, so
Yeah.
so if you want to use that reroll token, he rolled a 1 on his advantage die. Like there's very few numbers he could have rolled lower than what he got, and he still found a way to get fear on it. So impressive. Well, 23 is at least a little bit better. You do succeed on your finesse check. So what you can see, as you kind of slowly open the door a little bit, you see in this room. It's a relatively large room. There's it's large enough that it needed its own kind of support pillars. So there's 4 pillars or 5 pillars in this room, and near one of them is this massive looking ogre. He has this big club with various things kind of stuck to it to make it look a little bit more deadly. He's kind of wandering around going, ooh, and every so often he'll like pick up something, shake it. Sometimes he'll smell it, put it back down. He doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. As you kind of look around the room a little bit, you notice in the south here, there seems to be a door. And at one point you think there was probably a normal door there, but now the door that's there is much closer to, like it's got some holes and other things in it, and it allows you to see into this room below. And in that room, you can notice there's some figures in there. One of them is very, very small and is kind of curled up away from the other one. You think maybe they're a gnome or one of the other kind of smaller stature races. And then another one of the creatures looks to be a human that's dressed in kind of traveling clothing. They look somewhat unassuming, but they also look absolutely terrified. The third creature that you see in there, Daniel, why don't you describe what your new character looks like?
She's human.
Okay.
Ranger gear, so she's got, leather armor, a cloak over her head, a short bow, and a long sword.
All right. And so you can see, compared to the other two, the humanoid ranger seems to be the one that seems the least uh, kind of messed up. Um, what is your character's new name?
Ash.
Ash. All right, so let's. Oops, don't do that. Let's go here. We'll change you from Gavin to Ash. Is that ASH or do you have an E on the end?
ASH.
Okay. And I just need to readjust this so it looks prettier. There we go. All right, so Ash, you were out ranging, as rangers are known to do. And while you were out there, you accidentally stumbled upon a actually impressively well hidden campsite. And as you look around, you saw a bunch of bugbears. Before you could react, you felt this really sharp pain behind your head, and then darkness. When you woke up, you were in this room. And you could see a gnome was there that looked really, really beat up. Like he looked really, really rough. And then this other human was there. You've been here for about a day or so. So you've had enough time to kind of converse with the human. They are. They are a merchant, and were somehow captured and brought here, kind of in a similar way to you. And they mentioned that the gnome has been taken out of here multiple times and tortured, but nobody is really sure what they want.
Hmm.
Your weapons that you had with you are not stored in here, but you've been able to kind of look through cracks in the door, and you've seen that whatever weapons you did have are right outside the door, like right over here.
Okay.
And you've been, spending the past probably like 6-ish hours when you've been awake, because it is still relatively early in the morning now. Just trying to kind of plan an escape. You do know that the ogre in this room, as far as you're aware, seems very pleased that you three are in there, and you're not particularly fond of that idea. So, that being said, Kimmy, that's what you see when you look through the door. And because you are very small, if you want to, you can probably slip it between the cracks and things like that in the door to be able to go into this room.
Yeah, I'll try and go in and get a
Okay. So as you come in, Ash, you notice this fairy just kind of float into the room. What would you like to do?
You're new? Are you here to torture us?
No, I didn't even know you were here.
Well, poor communication then.
How did are you one of the many people from the town?
It's been a while since I've been back there, but I would definitely categorize myself and my friends here as missing. Who are you? You're not with them, are you?
No, we were, I've been a veteran. I came with a group of other adventurers. We were looking into, well, I guess you.
Oh, well,
And
thank you.
other many people.
Well, I guess thank you. What is your plan for getting us out of here then?
Well, we need to get past the big ogre up there. Um, I can go talk about police here. I was the code in the area. I
Okay.
wasn't expecting to find it. We
Well,
do have a armadillo.
oh, well then. You have an armadillo. We are good news, everyone. We're saved. Um, if and I will point over to where my gear is stored.
Mm-hmm.
If do you have anything to unlock this door? If I can get to my gear, I can be of use. These two, well, incredibly great people are not going to be much use in a fight. Um,
Yeah, I get down to that, but um, I don't think I have anyone, but I do anything. Well, every night is fine to get it.
well, I mean, if we could unlock this, do you have anything to unlock this door with, like tools or? Because if we can unlock this door, I'm assuming the door is locked.
Locked is a strong word. The ogre is not particularly well known for his agile fingers, so it is locked by just a really big, heavy piece of wood.
Oh,
Just because that's
Oh.
that is about as advanced a locking mechanism that this ogre is willing to deal with.
So,
maybe I have a few ideas that would be very quiet.
well, I'm thinking if you would, if your friends can distract the ogre for a moment, we can get this door unlocked. While they're distracting him, I can get my stuff and be of use.
Yeah, I'll go talk to my friends.
Okay.
See if we can come up with a solution. And I will go back to the party.
Well, as you are about to leave the room, you suddenly hear,
So,
and you hear the sound of wood scraping against wood as the big heavy bar locking this to the door is ripped off. The door opens, and you see this large ogre go, hungry, time for snack. And he kind of looks in, and he goes, want a small one, nice snack.
Because armadillos are better at smelling. You just see Hawes kind of stand up on his hind legs. And he's just like, throw me at him. And he's talking specifically to Esper.
You want me to throw you now? They don't exactly. I hear him.
He throw me at him.
All right, and then just instinctively, like picking up a rock off the ground and just fucking throwing the armadillo across the room in the general direction, because I'm sure it's like faint lighting, so hoping that I hit him.
I mark with stress, and you get to throw with strength or agility, your choice.
Oh, I'm gonna throw with strength for sure, 100%.
All right. You guys are going to effectively get a surprise round here then, because he's not expecting... I mean, who expects flying giant armadillos, really?
I mean...
Do I use like a strength roll then?
Yeah, if you want to, because your weapon already uses strength, if you just want to roll an attack roll with your weapon, it's the same roll.
Oh, okay.
And since he's not expecting it, I'll let you do it with advantage.
Yes! There we go.
So, before the armadillo hits him, that's not bad at all. Before the armadillo hits him, he's gonna sit there and go, "Want the small one? Where the?" And he sees this little fairy going, "Why bug in here? You know, like bug make meat taste bad." And he kind of brings up his hand to try and swat at you for a second. Before that happens, a giant armadillo smacks him in the head. I have no idea what you roll for damage, but you definitely hit.
So when someone throws me, they roll to hit, but I roll damage.
Okay.
When he throws me, I curl into a ball, and I do... It's up here. There we go. So I'm just gonna. So that's going to be 6, 8, 16. So it would be 16 points of damage, but as I hit him in the head, kind of like when someone's mullet waves in the air, the little mushroom guy that I named Gavin just looks at him and puffs poisonous spores on him as I do an extra 5 for 21.
All right. Well,
and I'll spend a hope to bounce off of him and hit the door so that he can't close it, hopefully, and it'll take 10.
Sure. All right. So, Kimmy, you sit there and you see this big ogre, bad bug, and he starts to swing at you, and then suddenly Armadillo hits him in the face, and he goes, "Ah, no, big bug! I don't like bugs!" And he tries to grab the armadillo, and then this little puffball thing puffs. He's like, "Ah, bad, I don't like." And then the armadillo kind of pops down and kind of winks at you. And then breaks the door. And yeah, he's
Don't worry, guys, I'm here.
The armadillo.
Ash is gonna go, "Oh, you didn't say it was a talking armadillo."
And after he gets hit, he is going to he's going to use his rampaging fury reaction.
So only the one person gets the surprise attack.
No, this is a reaction to him taking 2 points of damage.
Oh.
So this happens, and then the rest of you guys can start doing. But yeah, I mean, because there's no quote unquote turns or anything, that's why he got the advantage on it. But then the rest of this just goes into regular spotlight. Whoever wants the spotlight next, we get it. But he's going to rampaging fury, and he's going to move over here. And because the only person that is in his way is the armadillo, he's going to try and attack the armadillo.
If he was by the door, I'd be by the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, this is an attack roll. You just take direct physical damage.
Okay.
So you take 13 points of direct physical damage.
Saying you have an armadillo is apparently very poignant in this game because I am resistant to physical damage.
Cool.
So I take 6.
So you take half of that. Now, one thing, this particular creature has the passive Bone Breaker. All of his attacks do what's called direct damage, which means you cannot reduce the amount of hit points you take by spending armor.
Okay.
So yeah, you take half of that, which is what, 6?
Good thing we prepared all that armor last night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna run away and go, "Rah, bad bug, big bad bug, big bad Beetleborgs," and he's gonna run away. Who wants the spotlight next? Real quick. Did you roll 2d12 for your damage?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just making sure, because with proficiency, all of your proficiency is 2 now, so. So, who wants the spotlight?
Oh, take it.
Okay.
And he started reacting to Hans. I will fly in and I will really want something, I guess. And that would be 9. Oh.
So 9 is not enough to beat his difficulty, but go ahead and take your hope. So as you sit there and conjure this bolt of energy, you fire it off, and just because he's still kind of swinging things around, his massive club kind of intercepts it without him even realizing, and he kind of blinks and goes, "Bad bug!" And he's going to run over to the... yeah, he's going to go for the armadillo, because he's still mad that he got smacked in the face by the armadillo. And he's just going to try and swing at you with his giant club. That's going to be a 10 versus your evasion, Armadillo Boy?
Nope.
So as he comes down to attack you, you just kind of roll up into a ball and kind of roll out of the way. He goes, "Ugh, no, bad bug!" And he just keeps hitting the ground, splintering the rocks and everything. And you're just kind of rolling around, missing every single time. Bad bug! Oh, and every time I spotlight him, it costs me a fear. So, there are no free turns for him. He always gets a fear. And that's it. Who wants the spotlight next?
Okay.
No. Go. One of each.
Esper's gonna look at LeCroc. Do we even intervene at this point? He's going to wear himself out trying to hit the fucking armadillo.
Don't know if that's actually possible, but he also might attract if he's got friends.
After you, good sir.
Really? All the other times you bitching about other... Okay, fine. LeCroc, gone to... First off, let's go back over here. Since it's new risk, he going to spend 3 hope to activate his warrior's hope. So that way I'll get back to my +1 bonus to my attack rolls.
So as LeCroc starts to move forward, you guys watch. He stands a little bit taller. He kind of brings his falchion up to kind of salute his opponent, and he and he just looks ready for a fight. Go ahead and do whatever actual action you would like to do.
Yeah, just go into attack. Fashion!
Ah!
That son of a bastard! That's 16 with fair.
Well, 60 is enough to hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, yay. Yeah, first I'll just actually get this out of the way now. Let's see. 2d10, so I'll go ahead and roll 1d10. There's that one. And then I roll a regular one just to see, because the falchion's abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. 1 extra point.
Okay. So then I can... Okay, so I'll drop 4 and take the 5, so that way it'll be 17.
All right. So, as you could come forward and you're just doing a regular attack with the falchion?
Falchion, yes.
Yep. So he comes forward and kind of salutes and he goes, "Ha-ha! Boom!" And does this kind of deep cut. The ogre is going to Rampaging Fury again, and he's just going to run right down here. So, LeCroc, you take 13 points of physical damage as he just like runs over you going, "Ah! Bad frog! And bad bug! And bad frog bug! And bad bug frog!"
Okay, so he just does that.
Yeah. Anytime he gets 2 or more, he marks 2 or more hit points, he will rampage.
Okay.
But he has to do it in a straight line, so perhaps.
Oh wait, before he does that,
Sure.
if he's running, is he running away from me when he does that?
He's running
Or
over you.
Well, he's running over me. Yeah. So okay, so he's still within my range. Okay.
Well, He's in your range right now. I'm going to spotlight him, and as much as you hurt,
well, but I just need to stipulate. So I take take 3 hit points of damage unless I use an armor slot, or does his ability goes through that?
Yeah. So 13 is above your major threshold.
13 is my severe.
Your severe, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he does direct damage, so you can't use armor to lessen the damage.
Okay.
So 13's your severe threshold. What's your minor?
Minor 7.
Okay.
Technically, reducing it by even 1 will take it from 3 hit points to 2 hit points.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but you said I couldn't do that because he has his ability.
No, but
Can't use armor.
you can't do it using armor.
yeah, but seeing that he was rushing over to one side and running over a compatriot and then rushing towards Lecroc, the medallion on Esper will shine for a second and just catch the glint of his eye to maybe just try to distract him. And I'm going to use one of my prayer dice to remove 3 incoming damage.
Oh,
So bring it down to 2 hit points then, hopefully. So
Okay. So, after that's done...
sorry. So instead of 3 hit points, I take only 2 hit points instead.
2 hit points, yep.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to burn a fear, because anytime I highlight this guy, I have to burn a fear. And he is going to run away from you, because he's still not over that damn armadillo.
Okay. Then I'm going to take an attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
Attack of opportunity.
Also, do I get an attack of opportunity?
It's specifically a warrior feature. Attack of opportunities are not something that anybody gets. It's only...
I'm going to re-roll because I want this.
Okay.
Fuck this guy
Go.
in particular.
Yeah. Big rolls?
That's 12 with hope.
All right. Well, take your hope. It's not quite enough to
But is
succeed.
it? But is it? Because in the same aspect of him dodging a little bit to take less damage, I see that he's winding up another strike, and I will give him a +4 to his attack roll and use the second prayer dice of the evening.
That turns
so he
into
should
a
have
16,
a
which
16.
is a success.
Oh.
Go and roll your
With
damage.
hope.
And I believe you have a choice. You can
Yeah,
choose to
I have a
stop him,
choice.
right? Or
Yeah, so first off, let me get the damage. The damage.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, in that case, it's another D10. Because it's my falchion.
Yes.
Okay, so great. So I'll be 12, 19. So 19 damage.
19 damage. Okay.
And then the effect. They can't move from where they are.
Okay. So normally he would do his rampaging fury, but that requires him to move. So we're gonna ignore that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have to do? I'm sorry. They can't move from where they are. They deal damage to them equal to your primary weapon's damage. You move with them. So can I have to choose that or do damage?
Yeah. So you get a choice. You can either stop them from moving. You can just do damage. Or
Okay.
you can move with them. So you have a
Sorry,
choice between those 3 things.
So I don't want them to move. So I'll just negate the damage.
Well,
then.
I'm gonna tell you this then. If you do damage, they're not gonna move. I'm just gonna let you know right now. But they're still going to take an action. They're just not going to be aiming for the armadillo.
Okay.
So you can make that decision. Do you want to take it, or do you want the armadillo to take it?
Big tree fall hard.
He's really messed him up. So yeah, he's gonna do damage to him.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to keep the damage that he took.
Okay.
Still not going to do the rampaging fury because that's annoying for me right now. But he is going to try and just take a
Just
swing.
I slice his Achilles.
Yeah, he's going to take a swing at you though.
A pet cemeterian.
And that's a 21 versus your evasion. So that turns into 7 points of damage. As he goes, boom!
Now,
Bad
unfortunately,
frog!
Now, unfortunately, because 7 is my minor, that means it moves into major, so I take 2.
Mm-hmm.
I can't negate that.
Bad frog, bad frog, bad frog.
Who wants to spotlight?
Ash is going to see everybody else having fun
Mm-hmm.
and decide to join in.
All right.
So she's going to move. You think you said the weapons were up here?
Yeah, right by this torch. They just kind of left him there because they didn't think he'd be able to get out of the room. So they're like, just put it there.
So she will grab her short bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Just
spend
a single arrow. She picks it up every time she shoots it.
I don't have time to like grab the quiver, do I?
She's very economical. She's like, no. Do you know how much arrows cost? Like,
Sure.
reusing them saves me, 3 handfuls of gold a day.
Recycle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. I only need one. So I will spend a hope to use Ranger's Focus.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to attack this guy.
All right. So Ranger's Focus works relatively similar to like Hunter's Mark, right? Like you're marking it in your brain.
Yes. It has some other benefits. So I spend a hope and make an attack. If it's successful, I deal the attack's normal damage and temporarily mark the attack as your focus. Until this feature ends or you make a different creature your focus, you gain the following benefits. You know precisely what direction they're in. When you deal damage to them, they must mark a stress. And when you fail an attack against them, you can end your Ranger's Focus to reroll the duality dice.
Ooh, that's very nice.
That is sick.
All right, so as you sit there and you knock an arrow in your short bow, you start to bring it back and you look at the ogre and you just like, you're mine. And in your mind's eye, you can see this creature. In addition to that, what do you want to do?
I'm going to shoot it with a short bow.
Okay.
So 15 with hope.
15 is exactly what you need to hit it. So
Ooh.
take your hope
Let's go.
I will take that hope.
and then roll your damage.
10 points of damage.
Okay. So it's only going to be 1 hit point, but you said every time you hit it, he marks a stress, right?
When I deal damage, they mark a stress.
Cool.
That's sick.
I'm also... That takes 2 hope. And he marked 1 hit point. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Not worth my ferocity, so I will let that go.
All right. Anything else you want to do? Or who wants to spotlight next?
Seeing that there's getting hit from an arrow from a different direction and not realizing any of our friends really use arrows, someone else is trying to help. Esper's going to go ahead and try to keep the distraction on him and on LeCroc. So he is going to bring his...
It could be a bad guy that sucks at his job.
It's true. That's also true. Did not think that all the way through.
Damn it, they already know I'm a double agent.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack him with a forceful push.
Okay.
And try to attempt to knock him back to close range. Because I did see LeCroc kind of get smashed a little bit here. So
effectively, if you knock him back to close range, you were just gonna slam him into the opposite wall.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just okay.
You might be helping him out if you do that.
It's true. But maybe he's stupid enough to come at me. Okay, so that is a 16 with hope.
All right, take your hope. That's enough to do damage. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna do damage. But I'm gonna spend the hope that I just got on a success with hope. Add a d6 to. Oh, I don't even have to use the hope. Oh no, I can spend the hope to make him vulnerable. That's what it is. Yep. All right, so there is the +6, the d6, and then 18 + 4, so 22 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm using the hope, and he will be vulnerable for the next attack, the next few attacks.
Does it just say he's vulnerable? It doesn't mention for a particular amount of time?
It says temporarily, so
Okay.
temporarily
So
vulnerable.
effectively, what that means is until I spend a fear to clear the vulnerable,
Oh, okay,
he's
gotcha.
vulnerable.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, Kimmy, as you're sitting there watching all this stuff, you suddenly hear this kind of guttural scream, and then you watch as this ogre comes flying at you, and you kind of dive to the ground so he misses you, and he slams into the wall behind him. You hear this gunk, 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 gunk. He's like, "Rah! Rah!" And he's going to rampage all the way back, but because no one is in his direct path, and that is a full short distance, he doesn't actually do damage to anyone. He just runs back going, bad! And he just looks at you. He's like, "You know bug? You know frog?" Ah! Oh, wait, the armadillo, I think, is still there. So the armadillo, if, Hans, if you want to put your mini on the map somewhere.
That is me.
Oh,
right
that's you there? Oh, then where's Kimmy? Is
We're
Kimmy
missing
there?
Kimmy. Yep, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know where Kimmy is.
Yeah, alright, theater brat.
It's at the very, you have to zoom out a little bit and go to the very top. So maybe zoom out to like 20% or something. You'll see a lighted area at the top. All right, so Armadillo.
Yes.
It is 13 points of physical damage, which doesn't mean as much to you.
This 6.
All right.
And then as he runs back, I'm just like, "That was not nice!" And I'm gonna run up to him and get up on my hind legs and slash. Fun fact, giant armadillos have 7-inch claws.
This is sounding a lot more like a giant sloth from like.
Who's actually speedy?
Well, no, like there's a thing in dinosaur times called a giant sloth, and it's like sloths now are like and that's all they do. Giant sloths though are wicked looking things. Like they're big and they move and they have these huge wicked looking claws.
Well, that's going to be a 24 with fear.
Well, 24 definitely hits, so go ahead and roll the damage. I will take my fear.
I did ask the question, when that knockback from me, does that pros an opportunity attack, or is it...
Force movement does not proc opportunity attacks.
I didn't know if it was different than D&D for the warrior class, or the Lacroix, whatever class Lacroix is playing.
The mushroom guy puffs more of that poisonous spores onto my claws as I strike, and that is 19 damage.
Okay. So that is 2. He is getting very, very upset right now, and is just going to run to the other. He's going to rampage just to the other side of you, to do a 15 points of damage, physical damage to you.
Well, he
7.
tries to leave my position.
Yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh,
Go ahead and
don't.
make your opportunity attack if you want.
Do it again, fine.
If you stop him and I take no damage, I
Yeah.
will love the croak forever.
16 with fear.
All right. Well, I'll take my fear.
Fearing him up.
16 is enough. So this time he's not going to stop just because you do damage. So if you want him to not move, you're going to
Yeah, I'm
have
gonna say
to...
not move.
Okay. So don't take that damage. Now he is just getting pissed off. He is
We
tired.
didn't say you could go anywhere.
He is tired of all this shit. He's gonna mark a stress, and he's going to pick up some rubble in front of him, and he is just gonna throw and hit everybody that's in front of him. So basically everybody but this just keeps happening. Everybody but Esper is gonna get hit by this attack.
The tank not getting hit, imagine.
Well,
Who
sorry,
knew?
so you're saying in front of him, so does that mean around him?
Everyone in, let me get a vector here. Everyone in this direction. So that includes you and you, like, he's just throwing in this general direction. So that's all of you, roughly.
Son of a Biscuit.
He still has to actually make the attack, though.
Dan's making his third character now. After he takes a rock to the face.
So that's going to be 17 versus your evasion?
Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
hit me.
it's
Yeah.
All right. So
Just barely.
those that get hit take 11 points of damage.
I'm
And-
down again.
Mm,
You're bypassing armor. I can't do anything about it. I'm dropping back down again.
Okay. Well, I had to burn a fear to do that, and he got a fear for doing it, so I'm just going to leave it alone.
Are you just going normally unconscious, or?
So yeah, you have a death move to decide. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go unconscious again.
Okay. So you guys watch as LeCroc just go, and he is out like a light for the moment. Who wants the spotlight?
I kind of is still vulnerable.
Yes. So anyone that attacks him, it'll be made with advantage. This dude's not smart enough to clear vulnerable. He just, can I do it? Yes. Will he? No.
yeah.
I will do my radar brains
Okay.
and he's vulnerable. So if I get the that would be
That's even nicer. So go ahead. It's attack roll plus a d6.
So that will be a 18 rep fear.
It definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
So then it will get that 2d8 or I need one more.
And hold on real quick. Your Kimmy. Does that ability mention proficiency, or does it just so what thing is it again? What's it called? Rain of Blades?
Yeah.
So because it says D8 using your proficiency, it starts at 2d8, and then because you get the additional d8s, it'll be a total of 3d8.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. So go ahead and roll your 3d8.
Yeah, I had it. Will it go? Oh, that would be 12 total.
All right, so that is just 1 hit point for the forum, so he can't rage or anything. You are too far away for him to do anything to. So I'm going to go ahead and spotlight him. Because even though you rolled with fear, I still have to burn a fear to spotlight him. And he's going to try that damn armadillo again, because he really... No, he is sick and tired of whatever this big dude was that shoved him across the room. So he's going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
That's a
Take
nat
hit.
20.
When he turns and I can smell the rage, I use danger sense and I mark a stress and I go, watch out, Edward, he's going for you, and you have to re-roll that attack.
Cool.
Ooh.
So it was a nat 20. It's not that way anymore. As you say that, the ogre, as he brings up his club and he, you were in a spot, you're like, I am screwed. Suddenly you hear, watch out! He's gonna hit you! And the ogre goes, bad bug talk? Ugh! And he goes to swing at you again. Well, that's a 5 versus your evasion.
Ooh.
So, bad bug talk? And he just swings without looking, misses you completely. Why bad bug talk? Why you no squish? Why you keep hurt? I eat frog. And he just turns around to see if the frog is still there for him to eat. Who wants the spotlight?
Seeing that the club's coming down, Esper's gonna kind of dodge out of the way and just move next to LeCroc.
Okay.
And I'm going to place my hand down on LeCroc, and I'm going to use Sparing Touch, which will revive you with 2 HP.
All right. There's no roll, so who wants the spotlight?
Yeah, I'm sorry, can you do that if I chose to go unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all unconscious means is you don't die. And real quick, roll a d10 to see if you gain another scar.
Gotcha.
D10 or I thought it was D12.
D12, I'm sorry. Roll a
okay.
duality die.
And if you... Oh, you can.
No second scar for him.
Okay. So what
We
again?
have
So the
one
audience
scar,
at home
yes.
knows.
I
What
got
did
an
you roll?
11.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you are conscious again. If you want to take the spotlight, you can. Otherwise, as I mentioned before, the only time attack of opportunities happen is if you are. What class are you again, LeCroc? Is it a warrior or what is it
Warrior.
called again? Yeah.
Warrior, okay.
Warriors inherently have an attack of opportunity, and there are some monsters that have something similar to that. Other than that, attack of opportunities aren't really a thing in Daggerheart. So if you want to back off to get to a more advantageous position, you can. You would just take the spotlight to do that, or anyone else that wants to take the spotlight, go for it. Who wants to go next?
If I could ask, is there anyone who's needing hope?
I mean, I'm out of hope at the moment, but...
In that case, I mean, if you want me, I have something to help with that.
Sure.
I think it's pretty much going to take a build. If I'm taking the spotlight to do this, I am going to attack him. But first off, I will go. I go, Haas, you're a crazy bastard, but right now you're the one doing the kind of being the most effective on this. We got this. I give a thumbs up, and we both gain 3 hope from me activating a soldier's bond.
Cool. So that was your spotlight. If you want to keep the spotlight, you can make an attack. You can decide to let someone else do something. It's entirely up to you. There's no requirement that after you use the spotlight you have to do anything, unless you roll with fear or fail. And there's no roll involved in that. So do you want to go ahead and make the attack then?
On that, if you want, then I will then if you guys are cool with that, then I will spend because I'm full right now because I got a damn scar, so I'm full right now. I will spend 3 hope to team up with someone to tag team.
Cool. I think tag teaming with your armadillo friend might make the most sense, but if someone else has a better tag team idea, go for it. Anyone?
I think that the thumbs up meant we go at it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Eiffel Tower, baby.
And I will spend my 3 hope to tag team with Haas. And for our tag team, is it just like we both attack, or is it we?
So each one of you is going to choose an action that you want to take. Both of you will roll, and if it's an attack against this thing, you're going to be rolling with advantage. And then you guys get to choose which roll you keep.
Okay.
And it will apply to both of your rolls, and then the results of those actions will both happen. So
Okay.
that's how it tag. You do have to explain how you're tag teaming. So
We're basically like I'll go over to like I think a person will just like for flavor we just go over to Haas and just be like spinning dervish armadillo, remember the Alamo, and we both just start spinning, and then we unleash our attack, and then whoever gets better, that's the person that goes.
okay, so both of you guys roll with advantage, and then Haas, what ability are you using? You just gonna make an attack, or do you have something specific?
I'm essentially to basically support because it's a tag team and just to flavor it, you support fuck, I'm blanking on your name for some reason.
A crow.
The croak. Hawes will curl up into a ball, and because there are pillars in here, he's basically going to let
Pinball?
LeCroak stand on him and kick off of the pillars and the walls to attack from odd angles.
Okay, so we have the pinball attack. I approve.
He's a pinball wizard.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, you hear. Yeah, go ahead and make your attack rolls again with advantage. So
There we go.
I rolled it's 16 with hope.
I got the 24 with hope.
Nice.
all right, so that definitely. Well, which one do you guys want to use?
There's 24 with hope.
Okay, so both of you take a hope, and then both of you roll your damage.
10.
And only he had to spend hope for this, right?
Yes.
Yes. Because once per session. So since I instigated that means once per session I can instigate it, but I can combo with anyone. But then you can do the same thing with me, for example. You could reverse it, or you could do it with someone else.
Gotcha. I rolled a 20.
And so mine would be 16 damage. So if you want to do your 20.
Yeah.
Oh, no, both damages
okay.
happen.
Okay.
Is that what it? Both damages happen, and I just add them together. So what's the grand total?
Does the team up do additional damage too, or is it just we both combo?
The benefit of it is you guys get to make 2 rolls and get to choose the better of them. But there's no other benefit to it.
The total is 30.
30. Grand total of 30. Well, that's severe.
Yeah.
So he's going to take...
Or 36, but it's still severe.
Yeah. Well, so there is an optional rule that I'm actually good with using, which is basically if you double their severe threshold, they take an additional point of damage.
Oh.
The severe threshold for this dude is 25, so you haven't doubled it, but really high damage numbers are still going to be useful for you guys. So yeah, as you guys sit there and go ding, 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 and you're just slashing through him, he's now wobbling pretty bad. You can see like he's got some pretty big gashes on him. He's very, very upset. So I'm gonna let you guys choose where you end this attack, and then he's gonna make a decision after that as far as where he's going to rampage. So
okay.
I because I'm directionaling it. You're at one side of the pillar. I'm at the other side of the pillar, putting a pillar between us.
That's what I was saying.
Okay. Well, he can't run to you guys, so he is just going to run up here, with the intention of washing some of his wounds in this pool. And Esper, you are going to take 12 points of physical damage as he runs over you.
Oh, so 1 HP. Thank you.
And then, because you're giggling, I'm going to go ahead
Damn it.
and burn some fear.
He's got fear for days.
Yeah.
And he's going to come back and smack you.
See this happening?
That's a 10 versus your evasion.
So is it meets it, beats it?
Meets it, beats it. Yep.
Son of a bitch. Okay, yep. Okay, we're good.
All right. You are going to take 10 points of damage as he goes, "No laugh! Me hates bad bugs."
Pay attention to me. I'm gonna
And
slash.
Who wants the spotlight?
I'll take it since he came back to me, and I'll try and slash at him.
Go for it.
Because I've been trying to keep his attention because of my resistance. There's still advantage on him. So 20 with fear.
20 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage. take that extra
Huh?
fear.
20.
20. Yeah. Claim your kill. Describe your victory.
Hey, let's go.
Well, you know, armadillos are diggers, so slash at his leg, he falls, and then I just sort of trample over him, slamming my claws into him, and, you know, they're 7 inches long.
Okay. So, you guys watch as he's sitting there going, "Urgh, urgh," and then this talking giant armadillo turns to him and goes, "You're going down! Taxation may be theft, but I'm gonna taxation your face!" And you watch as this armadillo just over and over just plows through this creature. And eventually, after he's all done, there's a very bloody armadillo, and
Its structure's unnatural. You're just pissing and shitting wherever you want.
and he is going to be dead. So, as the dust settles, you all can hear like a little whimper from inside this little room down here. All of the shaking and slamming and stuff like that has kind of jostled the gnome, who looks really bad. Like, it's fairly obvious. He's got 2 like really deep shiners. You think like one of his eye sockets might be cracked. There's bruises all over his body. He's really not looking great, but it doesn't look like he's in life-threatening danger.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Village be damned. We gotta get these guys. We're taking these guys back.
Oh, no,
Well,
they
Why would the village
have
be
to.
damned? I mean,
Um,
they sent you out here to find us. Let's. We should hurry though. And Ash is
no,
already getting her gear. And...
I don't know who you are. This armadillo kind of waddles up to you. You see, we're kind of kicked out of that village.
Oh,
We stumbled upon this place completely by accident.
Well, I don't believe you're telling exactly the truth at this point. We didn't really get kicked out. We were forcibly removed during a conflict that was misunderstood.
I'm more than certain we got into a bar fight and then were exiled by the inn owner.
Oh yeah,
Which
no,
is
you
really-
don't. You don't cross her at all. You know what? Why don't I have good standing in town?
we also got 2 people really messed up. I think they're gonna make an exceptional.
At the very least, I can guide them in. If there's a reward, I can bring it back and we can split it. Because you did save us, so you are.
Speaking of which, has this guy got anything?
On him, there's really not a whole lot. As far as in his room,
Ogre loincloth?
We don't know what he spit out.
Nothing good. I don't think.
Oh, by
I'm
the
gonna
way,
go get them travel ready.
I am Hawes. I speak for the Tweez. It's nice to meet you.
I am Ash. You guys haven't seen a a wolf around here, have you?
Oh no, I'd actually like to see a wolf.
I'm looking for Duke, my companion. We got separated when I got snatched, and
Yeah,
maybe he's
yeah.
outside.
Hawes will actually just start sniffing the ground to see if he can smell a wolf.
Make me an instinct check.
Sure. And because I have the experience literally raised by wolves, can I spend a hope to trigger that?
Absolutely, 100%. That's okay.
Well, that's going to be 26 with hope.
26 with hope. Well, that's definitely good enough. So, sniffing around, you can smell the scent of wolf on Ash, but smelling around here, you don't smell any wolves that you can tell. So you think if Ash got captured, you don't think the wolf was taken with her.
Well, good news. I don't smell. I can smell the wolf still on you, but not in here. So he never got your wolf.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Duke's smart. He should be close, though. Maybe outside.
So,
We should get the others ready for travel, though.
Yes.
So, to kind of fast forward a few different things. Since you guys said you wanted to check around the room, you can see like over here. There's like a bed made of just like piles of rags and stuff like that. That it seems fairly obvious from the stench alone. This is probably where that big old ogre slept. Looking into it, though, you do find a chest that has 4 handfuls of gold worth of like jewels and actual gold and silver and things like that. And then, in addition to that, you also find this rolled up piece of parchment that you can see. It looks like a scroll, and you can see there are bits of like dried flesh on it. You think he was probably using it as a toothpick or something. But when you actually unroll it, what you find is a where are you? A vial of dark smoke recipe. So as a downtime move, you can mark a stress to craft a vial of dark smoke. And if you're wondering what a vial of dark smoke is, when an adversary attacks you, use this vial and roll a number of d6s equal to your agility. Add the highest result to your evasion against the attack. So it's a shield spell by another name.
So when you have an agility of 0,
it's not
just not
as useful to you as it might be to other people.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know.
So any moving forward, anytime you guys take a downtime move, one of those moves can be burn a stress, craft a vial of dark smoke.
No, to share, to show good faith of helping us out with defeating the ogre, I think we should give this to our new compatriot here. Ash, if you feel like you would benefit from having this, I don't know if you're an alchemist in any way, shape, or form, but none of us are.
I enjoy evasion, so.
Cool. So
while they were kind of what's that called? Looking through the ogre's things, Paz just kind of because there's like a little pond over there, he just kind of chilled by it and used clarity of nature, which is just like a little resting zone, and curled up in it, and I clear 3 stress.
Okay. So giant armadillo goes and takes a little cat nap. You don't know why an armadillo is taking a cat nap. You don't know why the armadillo didn't take an armadillo nap, but it's neither here nor there. So again, to kind of keep things moving, the humanoid merchant says that once you guys are out of the keep, he knows the area well enough that he can take the gnome back to town and spread word of your saving of them.
Well, you did say, Ash, that you're missing your dog. Guys, there is the other side of this. We don't know if it's going to go up or down or what, but there is the other stairs, there's the other wall. Are we sure we want to leave here yet?
Well, in addition to that, when you come out of the dungeon, you hear this and your wolf companion joins you. Apparently the wolf had kind of tracked you to the keep, but had been unable to kind of get into the keep to save you.
Oh, Duke, you good boy. And you see, he is a little small for a wolf. He was a runt of a litter that I saved.
Hey, Necroak. Paz just kind of taps you at the tip of one of those massive claws, and you clear 4 HP.
Oh, hear like bones reset and shit, because that completely clears me.
Oh, I forgot. The
Ow.
frog talks too, and the armadillo. This is.
I am a ribbit. You uncultured swine.
It's
You
very
see
sensitive.
how I'm wearing a gambeson.
Is that an insult because I have pink skin?
Mm.
Referring to me as a pig?
Mm.
Don't play that card with me.
Reverse Udo, baby.
Oh, Hawes will then turn back from an armadillo to a goblin. Hello.
Oh. Also, green skin. Interesting. Hello, friend.
You're nothing but a very unique bunch. We've all just met, so you're just replacing one of our other compatriots decided to move on with his affairs into another realm, essentially, and we did have a void. So if you wish to continue with us back to the, you get us back into the city, you join us on our adventures, it should be all good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm more hoping we try to like go back and explain what the hell's going on here.
I have some history
and
there.
Regroup.
I may be able to, depending how exactly did you get on her bad side?
Okay, I'm gonna run this down real quick. One, Haas decided to trespass with getting an apple to a horse, and apparently that really pissed off a couple of guard and a wannabe and Paul Blart Mall cop. And then we got to the tavern, and not one but two guys started shit with Esper.
That's me, by the way.
Esper decided with guy number 2 to smash a combo plate platter in his face so damn hard it broke his nose. Fight ensued. Now they drew weapons. He did a tray. They drew weapons. We defended ourselves.
In the process, the tavern caught fire.
Gavin's had a Elementor that kind of like decided to do a little hip hop skip and started putting things on fire. Tavern owner went, "What the hell?" and kicked us out. We paid reparations for damage, but apparently we were the only ones that got kicked out of the town. So I kind of do have a little beef with that.
Well,
but I would submit we defeated. And we defeated 3 bandits, 3 escaped. We should update them in good faith. Tell them, hey, 3 bandits still roaming around. We also rescued 2 hostages. Could that maybe buy us some goodwill? Oh yeah, that's true. Well, 3 including since you're with us.
I may be able to talk to the tavern owner.
Maybe if we drop enough gold, maybe one of them could like do a real. One of them really fucked me up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If we go back there though, and I see that tall, lanky fucktwat, I'm going to beat the shit out of him again.
You can beat the shit out of him. Just don't do it inside the tavern.
Oh, it's a very good call. Let's call. We do it in the streets. High noon.
Street brawling is a thing. It's well respected traditions.
What
but
were you with him? He was like aggressive out the gate.
Yeah, there's a couple of dicks that hang out there. You just have to know how to handle them.
We were handling them, and she got pissed and then kicked us out.
Well, you tried burning down a bar. I understand.
We didn't try.
We succeeded.
Did you succeed?
No.
Did the bar burn down?
No, the tribe didn't try.
There is no try.
There were fires. Byproduct.
Were these fires set by your other friend, this missing party member? Perhaps it's best that they moved on.
He died.
The less we say about them, the better, probably.
He's
or also
maybe immortal coil.
Or also get a little bit of. I mean, I'm not saying cash in on misery, but I'm saying like, hey, one of our own dropped down.
And if they're the one that started these fires, then maybe.
You're starting to sound a little bit like Haas at this point.
I don't understand your animosity with the natural cycle.
I'm saying, hey, one of our own dropped on top of. We did a lot of good.
No.
Can we please renegotiate?
No, I ain't seen that before.
I mean, best like.
No, babe, I mean,
Do
no
we
one can win that.
Mm.
do we really need to go back to the town?
Fire. So
I mean, do we really need the town though? I've kind of enjoyed these past 2 days of just camping in, where
Believe
I
me, we
can
all
breathe
know
in
the
the natural
problem you
air.
have with indoor plumbing and the anger that brings out of
Did,
you.
there
Well,
is no plumbing in the goddamn town. They shit in buckets.
well, we can let the merchant and the gnome travel back on their own. I can
And
send a message with him to the bar patron, letting her know that I'm advising you.
And you don't know how many villages that I have gone to where everyone is sick and they're looking for a healer, and then I have to tell them to not dig their shit pit next to the pit where they drink water. Like, how stupid are you? Even animals know not to shit where they drink. Like, Haas just kind of throws his hands up.
Yeah, civilization is fucked up. That is why I exist in nature.
Oh, you get it.
Oh no,
Did
there's
we
two
just
of them
become best friends?
Yup. Top bunk.
Uh,
Okay, I think we go back then. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't want to explore any more of the whatever the fuck this place is that
Well,
we're
I'm
at.
saying we could like regroup from town and then we return.
So, just an FYI, it will take to go to town and come back will take at least a day, if not a day and a half, and leaving the dungeon will cause reactions. Places that you have gone and killed things may have new things waiting for you when you return. So
it's better we clean this nest out.
Okay.
it's entirely
should
up
be
to
thorough.
you guys. I just want you to understand that this isn't like a video game where you can just like, oh, we'll just pop out and come right back and everything will be the same. No, leaving for a day or two, they're going to realize like their ogre is dead and all of the bandits up top are no longer there.
All right. I say we finish up our exploration of this place.
And then burn it. No.
No.
How long does a short rest take, Jody?
An hour.
Okay.
Well, let's go back in. Let's just double check. There's nothing else that we need to out of here. Otherwise, if you feel content, we can just move on. But I have a feeling that there is still something there that we want to get.
If we're talking like this, could we have taken a short rest?
If you guys would like, this conversation could turn into a short rest.
Well, I think we might want to go back up top just to because we don't
Well,
know
that's
what's down there.
we did
That's
go
fine.
up top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna change the map because that requires me pushing buttons. But yeah, you guys did go up top and deal with that. So if you want to take a short rest again, you can choose 2 downtime activities from the short rest menu. And again, you guys have the additional options for downtime of you can make a minor stamina potion by using one of your downtime
Well,
activities.
we did that previous time.
Yeah, you have a recipe for
Yeah.
it. So anytime you want to.
Oh, I thought it was a one-time recipe.
No.
Okay.
You have the recipe for it. The recipe doesn't
We still got
disappear.
Gavin's bones, you know?
It is a permanent addition to your downtime activities. The same is true about the Vial of Dark Smoke.
I'll
The
add that
difference
back then, it's good to
between
know.
them is the minor stamina requires you to have a bone, which really isn't that hard for you guys to get.
Back into the room where we left Gavin.
The Vial of Dark Smoke recipe
Yeah.
just requires you to burn a stress. There's no material requirements for it. So, my question to you is, if you are doing a downtime activity, or if you are taking a short rest, what 2 downtime activities is each person going to do? And multiple people can make Vials of Dark Smoke. I'm going to say each person can only make 1. But
Oz will tend to wounds and then make a he pulls out one of the bones of the lizard that he butchered up last night and will make a stamina potion.
all right, so feel free to add that to your character sheet. What about the rest of you guys? We'll go to Lacroix, what are you doing for your downtime?
I was going to see about clearing my stress,
Okay.
and I was thinking of we had the rest. Okay, did Ash take the vapor potion, a recipe?
I have the recipe, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way I'm treating these recipes is they are just a permanent
Yeah.
bonus to everybody. So
I can, if you want, I'll help make another one.
Yep.
So yeah, you have to burn a stress to do it. So if you want to,
to make one.
Yeah. So the way that the Vial of Dark Smoke recipe works is, as a downtime move, you can mark a stress to craft a Vial of Dark Smoke. So since you're already planning on removing stress, if you want to do the Vial of Dark Smoke first,
sure,
mark a stress, and then for a short rest, you roll a d4 plus something.
Your tier,
D4
I believe.
plus your tier, so d4 plus 2, and you clear that many stress. So if you want to go that route, that's what you can do.
Sure.
Above table, anyone else really hurt that needs tending of wounds that I could help?
Haas took care of me.
Okay.
When I cleared all of my HP when I tended to my wounds, so I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Ash is going to tend her wounds and make a vial of dark smoke.
Okay. Kimmy,
so,
what do you want to do?
You have a vial, I have a vial?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So remember to add those two character sheets.
Well.
All right, and then you have one more move you can make, Kimmy.
Can everyone else find that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was to clear the threat for making the vial.
The other thing that you can do, if you want to prepare, you can basically give yourself a hope. So that's the other option you have, is basically just give yourself a hope. So it's up to you. If you want to clear stress, perfectly fine. Otherwise, if you want to just give yourself an extra hope, you can do that too. You just have to describe what you're doing to prepare yourself for the day ahead.
Yeah, I was to clear the threat.
Cool. And then Esper, what do you want to do with your downtime?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and prepare hope.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take some of the bones from the ogre, and I'm going to make what was the potion that the other one that we had, the stamina potion?
Yeah, minor stamina.
Minor stam.
Potion.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make one of those then for myself. Right, because I can do that.
Yes,
as
you can.
The as the other. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I don't. Man. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna tend to wounds. I'm gonna tend to wounds and then make the stamina potion. That's what I'm gonna do. So.
Okay. Cool. All right. So. You.
Nice.
And don't forget to add your tier. You're tier 2 now. So when you guys on your character sheets, when you're doing the downtime activities, it won't, for whatever reason, it won't automatically factor in your tier.
Yeah, I had to put in +2.
So yeah, when you do like tend to wounds or something like that, you see how it says D4 and then there's a blank. Just put your tier in there and it'll automatically calculate it for you.
Oh, see, mine after I did the D4 put a 1 in that box, and then right below it in a little description it says gain 3 HP back. So it automatically calculated my.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe.
Yeah,
you don't have
maybe
to
they
do
did
that.
an update or whatever. Yeah. So I just rolled just the 1d4, and then whatever the number was, which was a 1, it put it into that box, and then once I hit confirm, it removed 3 HP off of my.
Oh, so yeah, you don't have to add anything. You just click the button and then confirm. Cool.
Really like the interface. All right.
Yeah.
Minor stamina potion.
All right. So now that that's done, you guys have a decision to make. You can go back to the room that you were in, and again, you also have that other secret door that you haven't explored. Or, if you would prefer, you can go to the other set of stairs and kind of walk down those stairs.
Is this a door? Is this a door too?
That is a door right there. I'm just, before you guys go exploring, I have to know how you're getting back in the basement.
Okay.
So if you want to just come back to the room you were in before, that's fine. If you want to explore the other stairs that you found, that's fine too. You just need to make that decision.
I think we just go back to down the secret stairs, and then we go
Okay.
off to the left, right? Or do we
Okay.
go check these doors on this side?
So yeah,
That's secret stairs. Why not?
since you guys are back here, I'll kind of describe everything else. There's this door down here that you guys have already been through.
Yep.
Then there's a door on the west wall here that leads somewhere. And then there's a secret door right there marked with the S. So, where would you guys like to go?
Coming down the stairs and knowing the carnage that was off to our right, I'm going to go ahead and push through on the secret door to the left as we're coming down the stairs.
Cool. So, let's... Oops, I hit the wrong button. There we go.
Rocks fall, we all die. We have joined Gavin.
Polygon. I'm gonna go here, 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 here. All right. So, as you guys open this door, you see a set of stairs descending even further, and then you see a hallway that goes slightly to the south, continuing to kind of go into the depths of whatever this dungeon place is.
LeCroc did ask a good question in chat, by the way.
Sure.
Just if we wanted to discuss it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I guess with that, it is now after midnight here, so, and I'm starting, I kind of lost track of time. I am starting to fade just a little bit. So, unfortunately, that is where we're going to end it for tonight. As always, if you missed any of this, I do upload all of these to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TrainerJody. If anyone is watching this on the YouTube channel, thus far we've been playing on Tuesday nights. I do make posts on the YouTube channel announcing when our next game is going to be. So
This originally was supposed to be a one-shot.
yeah. Well, I knew it was going to take more than one session to be able to get through all of this. But if I can get these people together again, please come watch us live. As you can see, Slice of Scott was able to do some pretty awesome stuff for this group to help them get through some really rough patches of this game. So, other than that, again, that's going to be all for me today. And hey, John, hi! Did we just get raided as soon as I was about to go away? Hi, John. Love you.
Oopsie.
How is Final Fantasy X? Yeah, if anyone's wondering, more cowbell. He's a cool guy. His name's John. He streams too. Oh, you quick and just wandered off. Well, hi. It's nice to see you, John. I miss you. Anyway, so yes, as I was saying, if you're watching this on YouTube, please come watch us live. We have a bunch of fun. You can interact with the chat, including like giving them hit points, giving them stress, giving them reroll tokens, which seems to be the most valuable thing ever for this group. So, or you can give me fear, which is always that much more fun. But as I said before, that's going to be all for me today, and I will see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.